talking about flashing lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me. They didn't even fucking know me.
This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Why should I be obligated to take you to no boo?
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa!
I'm just saying.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Kind of.
Take me to no boo. I say no boo. Sorry, we were having a little pre-show chat about desirable restaurants for dates we'll get into tomorrow, but this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. We got Gilbert Arenas back on the couch. Okay, Adidas from head to toe as always.
You said we'll talk about it tomorrow. Like, you need to have a lady's perspective on that.
Oh, do you want to hit it today?
Okay. We can later.
We'll talk about it in a second, but
later.
We got Lexi Brown back with us.
Yeah, you want to.
Kenya Martin back with us.
You want to have a dating conversation with 4 dudes. Fuck type shit.
Y'all niggas already bothering me.
Yeah, because you said we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll be 4 dudes in here. You want to talk about dating advice.
4 dudes with different, unique perspectives.
But it's still...
I actually would like to hear...
It's still 4 dudes in here.
That look good to us.
Hey,
I would like to hear like the difference between the conversation with me here versus when it's just...
Oh, no, you're going to hear the conversation today.
But
yeah,
we act like you ain't here.
Because I would love to hear how Rashad feels
I'm going to say whatever it is.
We good. But more importantly, the NBA season is back. We are here. We finally made it. We've been keeping y'all going all off season, all preseason. Now the season is here. But before we get into all that, we're going to hold on that. We're going to wait for a second. But here's what we got cooking in the arena today. Giannis signed his extension with the Bucks, but how long will the Bucks championship window stay open? The Nuggets are defending champs, but do they have enough to repeat? And LeBron is entering year 21, but do him and the Lakers have one more title run in them? At least one more. But before we get into all that, as always, the show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use promo code GIL. They will match your first deposit up to $500. That is 500 whole dollars. They still got the special AD pick'em for anybody who's used the GIL or Gil's Arena promo code. AD's what? Higher lower pick'em will be 0.5 points for the Lakers-Nuggets game tonight. Get that in. And the Underdog Picks account on Twitter also has a special promo for us as well. Let's see what that smells like. Okay. So we got your entry, Gil, for today. For every pick that hits, we'll give $100 to a random entrant who, 1, follows us, that's the Underdog Picks Twitter account, retweets this, and replies with their Underdog username and hashtag Underdog Picks. If it goes 5 for 5, another 500 will be given out. So, Gil, you dropped these picks for opening night. You had Aaron Gordon lower than 14.5 points, Rui higher than 1.5 fouls.
Yeah, he gonna hack.
He gonna hack. LeBron higher than 5 3 attempts.
Yep.
Austin Reeves higher than 10.5 shot attempts. And AD higher than 5.5 free throws made.
I like my pick so much, man. I'm gonna double it.
You doubling it?
100 on the 2.
Oh, so it's 200 now.
Yes.
Every pick Gil gets right. 200 goes to a random entrant who follows the Underdog Picks account.
Already.
Go to that tweet, look at everything you need to do. You gotta follow him, you gotta retweet. You got to include your Underdog username with hashtag.
I know y'all like those picks, though.
I'm about to go make me hold on, I'm gonna make me a fake joint real quick.
Nah, them some solid picks, though.
Yeah, I like those.
Pull it back up.
I'm learning about these picks every day. Every day I'm in here with y'all.
I like the picks.
LeBron gonna take 7 threes.
He gonna take 7 threes.
He gonna take 7 threes.
Yeah, he is.
AD gonna get aggressive today. He gonna get about 5.5, 6. Rui got a guard. Big fella, he getting 2 fouls. That's easy.
Yeah. We also do Mostly Fans at the end of the show. We see everybody in the chat turning up, giving thumbs up, making corny jokes, sharing the love, bonding with each other. If you ask a good question, we will include it in our Mostly Fans segment. Make sure you use your Underdog username with the question. We will give you a $50 bonus. If you send us a video, we got the email at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com. You send us a video over, we will give you $100 if we use your video on the show. And if you can't watch the live show with us here on YouTube, which you should be watching. You can also get audio versions on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. So, before the show, we got into a little heated convo. Apparently, we can't do this with 4 men on the couch. We got Lexi's perspective here. But there's a list. A group of ladies make a list of places men shouldn't take them on a first date. Number 1, Cheesecake Factory. Ooh. Number 2, Applebee's. 3, Chili's. 4, Chipotle. 5, Olive Garden. Damn, you can't go to Olive Garden? Come on, man. 6, the movies. 7, your house. Come on now, Netflix and chill. 8, any fast food chain. 9 is Buffalo Wild Wings. 10 is Wingstop. 11 is Red Lobster. It goes all the way to 28. But number 28 is sports events. Like, damn.
I think that's a
It's
good
a lot of
first
janky
date.
shit on
You
this.
don't want to go. You don't want to sit court front row. You don't want to sit. First of all, number.
It's at nightclubs.
First of all, number
It really
8.
depends on the
number
girl.
8.
Fast
Any
food.
fast food
That should
joint.
be
That should be number 1.
Followed by your house.
You can't
Whose
do-
house?
You can't do a date at the house?
No.
Ours or yours? Because they don't have mines. They don't have my house.
So,
What if it's
Nobody's
this house?
house.
What if it's this house?
No, nobody's
Studio,
house.
he got another level.
so what it's telling, like some of these things on here, it's like giving the fact, all it's saying is they want motherfucking men to spend money. Like, so what if we can, so we can't meet for coffee so we can have a conversation so
Yeah,
I can
is
see,
Starbucks- is
so I
Starbucks
can
on there?
see if you're worthy of us fucking going to dinner later. Like, is that, like, that's not a thing? Like, we
Is
can't meet
Starbucks
for a
on there?
conversation? Yes, it
Starbucks
is.
on
It
here.
says Starbucks.
Anything that has to do with anything that has to do with being normal.
Yeah. See, they don't,
This
see,
list right here says they don't want an average guy.
everything says spend money.
Yeah.
This ain't no average. This ain't no average list. This is not. This is the average person. This takes out 99%
Did y'all
of the
see the
country.
video that started all of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's-
How did y'all feel about
talking
that
she ain't
video?
getting out the car.
I thought that
she-
was wildly disrespectful.
Oh, you can get out the car.
It was a skit though, right? It wasn't real.
I don't know.
Listen,
no,
Was it a skit?
No, you can get out. Listen,
I don't
you
know.
can get out the car. We don't have to eat here. Listen,
I don't know nowadays what's a skit,
No, I
what's
thought
real, what's fake.
okay. If you're going on a date, usually the dude today, because of stuff like the dude's gonna ask you where you want to go.
Right.
He ain't just making because our idea of like going on dates is way different than y'all's. Because we don't sit here plotting where we're gonna take girls. Right? We go to places that we like food.
Yes.
Right? Applebee's, the Cheesecake Factory.
You can't hit cheesecake. So many options.
Okay, let me
So
say
many
this.
options.
Depending on the person, cheesecake would be acceptable for me. Applebee's, no.
What?
Chili's, no. First date, first of all,
Chili's?
Chili's, their food is not even like.
I don't.
I give you those.
I never ate at
Absolutely.
Chili's before, so I-
those, yes.
There's a
I give
Chili's
you
there.
those, yes.
These are like my college meals, Chili's,
Yeah.
Applebee's.
Understandable.
That's fair.
Listen,
Yeah, that's true.
understandable. Absolutely.
But cheesecake, I mean, you can find anything.
I mean,
for
cheesecake,
anybody.
just that just.
It's a
menu too
variety.
long,
It's a
though.
variety of food. But I'm just like, so what the list is giving off is like you got a day. God rest the man's soul, Kevin Samuels. He was fucking right.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
compared to this
okay,
list,
so if
listen,
you're gonna take
if we
the
listening to
cheesecake,
this
though-
list, if we're going by this list, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing that he was saying.
Right.
That you want a man here, but that's what he was saying.
The problem is
like you want this man to make 6 figures to be able to do these things, right?
Okay.
Not every man makes 6 figures. The average man makes $42,000. It's about a little more than that right now, but
And that means-
the average man, that's what he can afford. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the average girl makes less than that.
Yeah,
so
so-
that means the average women here don't want the average man.
Right.
So, like we were saying before the show, right? If you can't afford to take yourself to those places,
Why should y'all?
why should I be obligated to take you to those places?
Because we want y'all to.
But
Because they can't afford it.
We want a lot of shit from y'all, but y'all don't
They
do it.
can't, hey, wait, listen, I'm saying they can't afford the
if-
place.
So many
that's
things in this society is built for
so to
y'all.
be-
Can y'all just take us a nice meal?
So did you see what Shannon Sharp said? So did you see what Shannon Sharp said on his joint, right? The chick, they looking at the menu, he trying to be modest. He ordered something modest off the menu. She start, I'm looking at this
like that
lobster.
scene in White
go-
Chicks.
He
with
said, you know
lobster.
what come with lobster? Condoms. It does.
If
So,
you
but
are gonna take
why is
me-
he wrong for saying? But why is
Don't
he wrong?
order the lobster
So
then.
some women
Get the
feel he's wrong
halibut.
for saying that, right? But it's the truth. If in that
Lobster?
moment, if I buy you lobster, After this, we going to the crib.
Okay, but what if it's like lobster at Red Lobster?
No, Red
It's
Lobster's
still
on the list.
lobster.
But I'm just
Is it
saying.
Red Lobster?
It's still
this
lobster.
No, but is it all lobster?
But Red Lobster's on the list though.
They let
Yeah,
you
it's on
pick
the
the
list.
I'm just
lobster.
saying,
But Red Lobster's
you end up
on
going
this
to Red
list, though.
Lobster. Is that Red Lobster the same as the Red Lobster at like
No.
Morton's?
No. If I take you to Mastro's, the lobster at Mastro's is a lot more than the lobster at Red. I can promise you that. So if we first date, you order lobster off the menu, and at the time he said his paper was modest. He wasn't where he is now. This is when he first started. So he think that's the mentality. She ordered lobster shit. We fucking. That's the mentality.
Reasonable. Lobster
No,
is expensive.
it's
In this
food.
economy,
That's the mentality.
It's food.
Listen,
Get the
if I take
Branzino.
you, listen, if I take
I
you to
love
Apple,
Branzino.
listen, if I take you to cheesecake, I probably don't respect that.
Okay, hear about this. If you take me to the expensive place, I get one thing, okay? You take me to cheesecake, I run it up.
but to run it up at cheesecake
It's the
takes a
same
lot
thing.
of effort. It's a lot of effort
Okay,
to run it up at cheesecake.
the problem
That's what I'm
is
saying. You're like, oh, you want to take me to cheesecake?
So I get the bill back, and my bill's $600, and I had a drink and
But we had
and
cheesecake,
chicken.
though.
It doesn't matter who's paying for it.
You.
So we might as well go Dutch then.
Then it's not a date anymore.
Well, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why not?
If I'm out with somebody and I am not feeling the date, I will offer to pay for my meal just
Yeah.
so it's no longer a date.
And Kenya, they just producer want us to know statistically black women make more than black men.
cap.
I'm just telling you what the stats
That's
say.
a cap.
What's that?
Yeah, that's cap. I don't even know who made that up.
Y'all get mad at me. I'm just looking
I
at
said, what's
I
that?
feel like-
It's
I feel
30.
Where's
like
that?
It's 35.
But I'm just saying,
It's
it's
42,000 for men,
all
There
the
are,
35,000 for
listen,
women.
so is it fair to say
Asian women
there are
make
listen,
more than black men.
there are expectations on both sides,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
Women expect certain things and men expect certain things.
But we just want food. Y'all want...
No, listen, I don't have to worry about these problems.
What about companionship?
I'm just saying.
No, I've never
Like,
had to- I've never
so
had these
therefore,
problems.
listen.
And love.
In order for there to be
And
no
honesty and
expectations at the
loyalty.
end, so in order for there to be no expectations, right?
I pay for myself?
Yeah.
Then it's not a date.
Yes, it is. We're getting to know each other.
Yeah.
We're getting to know
But-
each other.
Okay, then it's a...
Okay,
We're getting to know each other.
Then that's just a
Okay,
regular...
no,
We're getting to know
that's
each
a
other.
regular meal.
No,
We're getting to know each other.
The problem is when you're going on a date, you expect a man to know where he's
Go to coffee, right? But coffee is on the list.
Right.
Coffee
But
is
that's
on
on
the
the
list.
list. You can't do Starbucks
The women
or
said
coffee
no
date.
coffee.
That's not a date.
So therefore,
coffee date.
the women said no coffee, no Starbucks.
You can't even take her to a coffee
So
bean
we
and
can't-
chili.
so-
This
okay,
list does not
so let- so-
represent
so
a
what
I'm
lot
saying-
of women on
Let's go
in
meet
this
for something
world.
smaller so we can get that
No,
out the
they-
way.
they don't- listen-
Whether if we go on a date, I'll definitely pay for it. But
I didn't
It's not
see
a-
I didn't
it's
see
no-
it's
TGI
not.
Friday was on the list, so it
We're getting
feels
to know
like
one
some
another.
shenanigans.
There's no dating. It's not a date. It's
we're getting to know one another.
what I'm saying is it's not a date. They're not
So you want me
looking
to-
for a date. They're looking to be wild.
This is
So
a-
you
all
want,
it
we're
is.
talking
so you
about
want me to pay food for your representative?
First date.
Yeah.
So you want me to pay food for your
This
representative?
only applies to the very first date
Right.
you're ever taking me on, not
Right.
dates.
No, they
So
want
Gil, so the old saying is when you first meet somebody out hang out, who are you meeting? You're not really meeting that person, are you? So you want me to pay for your representative?
No, they want they no.
Representative.
It's like they what they eat every day. When you go on a date, they want to be taken to a place that they can't go to every day.
Go to their
which is
house.
cool. But that's what
Or
I'm
you
saying.
don't
I
want to go by yourself.
I don't have these
Go to the
problems.
house. Go to the house. They got fucking TV dinners in the damn
No, fact,
refrigerator.
that's why they want to go eat.
And they
Trader Joe's.
they mattress on the
Trader
floor.
Joe's
They ain't got no box spring.
Hey, Trader Joe's is not on the list.
Hey,
me to
you go to the house, they ain't
Trader
got no they got no box spring. They mattress on the floor.
Trader Joe's not on the
They ain't
list.
got no full dish set, and they want me to take them to Mastro's.
Hey, but hey, to be real, TGI Friday is not on the list, so I feel like it's some propaganda. They trying to push more people.
Oh, hey, y'all men out here rough.
Hey, they
Y'all
ain't got
rough
no.
out here.
Hey, they silverware set don't match. they don't know which way to eat from off the silverware table. But
Somewhere that requires a long drive.
Or y'all can just do the GA theory. Tell them we're gonna have sex first, and your performance lets us know where we're gonna be eating.
Gilbert.
I mean, You know, like, oh man, this is that McDonald's right here, right? You got that Maury's, okay, we go to Maury's. I don't have these problems, right? I do not have these problems. Oh, 3 days, 3 days of me knowing you.
This generation is over, bro. Take me somewhere else. Get me out of here.
What's so funny? Hey,
Dating
Panda
2023 is
Express.
Because why does this list even exist?
Yeah, because
Women, get your minds
people
right.
videotape.
First
Because
date.
this woman wouldn't get her ass out the car. That's why this list
I hope for her
exists.
sake that was a skit because
You can't
Because
take
they
them
pull up to a spot where she didn't want to eat.
You can't take them to Denny's. This is some
no, it's nothing regular. It's just
bowling. We came with the joints up, so
You can't go
no fun.
bowling.
They don't want no fun. They want
Bowling
Nobu,
not a good
they
day.
want Nobu
I
or
love to go
whatever.
bowling.
Because you're athlete.
Top golf
Okay.
is
You're
fun.
athlete. You're athlete.
Yeah, bowling,
They just wanna-
top
I'm
golf.
saying you're athlete, so that's different.
Honestly,
They just want to go to Nobu. That's it. Just how about this?
No, they want to go to
You know what I'm
town.
saying?
They want to go to
telling
Nobu.
Stop telling us where you don't want to go. Put the list of where you want to go.
And let's
They
see what
don't
that
know.
look
That's,
like.
you know, just tell
They
us where
don't
you want to
know.
go so we can stop all this guessing.
Turks and Caicos.
Women
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, yeah.
We want to go on a
women just want to hate.
Yeah.
They don't be looking at
Take
Drake.
me out
Take
the
me to the
country.
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Hey, no Angels
Rent it
games.
out.
No Angels games. You can
Rent it
get
out.
the
Oh
Dodgers.
man.
No,
Take me
that
to the
list is
Dodger
crazy.
Stadium.
See, that's the bar they going to. Shit, Drake rented out. Shit, Drake took the girl to Dodger Stadium. Like,
Hello?
The man you dating that live next to you can't even get a rental car. Stop, girl. All right?
so what?
Uber Eats.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask
Honestly,
you
if you
this.
are taking me to
Let me
cheesecake,
ask you
just
this.
let me know so I dress accordingly.
So I got a question.
You're not dressing up for cheesecake? Gourmet meal?
Absolutely not.
So I got a question.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm not
when you guys are
I've
planning,
never done this, but is a picnic acceptable?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's very
That's
thoughtful.
romantic.
what I'm saying is when you're
As a first
planning,
date.
Yes.
Okay.
when you're planning a date,
Well, not
don't
if you
y'all
bring
talk
me
about
like Lunchables.
A picnic with cheesecake
Oh, now we got
factory.
restrictions on what we can bring.
I need like I need a charcuterie board. I need something.
But it's not realistic. But I'm saying it's not realistic because if you're planning a date, she's already told you where you want to go eat. You don't leave, I'm going on a date up to a dude. We don't just sit there and go to high-end restaurants by ourselves or with our boys.
Right.
Right? So for the most part, you tell us where to go. We don't know. So if I'm having a conversation, the girl is usually picking, we're gonna go here, bet. So you don't usually have, this list doesn't even exist. This list is just telling the average man that we don't want you.
So I just gotta tell you like a list of places, because it is nice for someone to be
Like-
like, be ready at this time. Let's go here.
Yeah.
But do I need to give you a list of
Fantasy.
Some
That's
men,
fantasy.
some men, yes.
That is a fantasy dude.
Romantic
But listen,
fantasy?
yo, some men, yes. Men of certain stature and no. You know what I'm saying?
High-end men,
No.
high-end men, we ain't doing all that, right?
We
The
know-
dudes who's trying to pretend to be high-end, oh yeah, they got it all set up. Oh yeah, they use car salesmen. Oh, they're gonna have the suit, the thing, oh, they're gonna have all that. Yeah, you go on a date with me, I probably wear sandals.
Sandals is nasty.
I'm rich, what I care for.
Sandals is
I'm rich, I don't give
I
a
thought
fuck
you was
what
gonna
we
wear
talking
sweats. I
about.
thought you
I
were
got
gonna say
sandals.
sweats. You
I'm
said
gonna have
sandals.
jeans on, nice shirt, sandals. And my toes might be cut, maybe, depending on how I felt that
That's
day.
how you pulling up. Just
Yes.
let me know so I don't look crazy walking in dressed up and you in fucking sandals.
You supposed to look how you supposed to look.
But my thing
Like I'm
is,
impressing
so,
you with the bill, you impressing me with the look.
Hey,
It's not how
but
it's supposed
prior
to
to the date,
like, damn. All right, let me go ahead. Order
So-
what you want.
so let me ask you this.
Order what you want.
So the dates that you have been on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've talked to this person prior or had some type of engagement with this person prior to going on a date with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever been on a blind date, somebody set you up or something, that's a different story. But while you talking to this person, engaging with this person, you kind of get a sense
Right.
of how they are and what their taste is, and you look at his nails and all kind of shit that women pay attention to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If his nails dirty, he probably gonna take you to Applebee's.
True.
If his car look a certain way, he probably gonna, it's just certain things that come with,
I mean, I don't have a problem
Certain-
straight
yeah.
up saying I want to go here.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah, son. I would be
I
loud.
wouldn't present you a list of places I don't want to go to. Like,
But it shouldn't have to be that, but unfortunately,
But that list is insane.
the woman wouldn't get out the car.
Yeah, I don't know.
They made a
She
deal
started-
of it.
She started something crazy.
I do exactly the opposite of everything women expect on a date. I'm gonna wear sandals, I'm gonna come late. I don't care.
Gil, you rich though. You're
Yeah, but that's the
top end of the
and that's
spectrum.
why I be telling women. I say, the problem is y'all are looking for a dude who is the used car salesman, right? He's trying to woo you, so he needs game. Like when a girl says he don't have no game, like you don't got no game. Why would you want to do with game? Yeah. That means he doesn't really have it. Right? He's not him, right? The Ferrari doesn't need to picture on himself. Yeah. The lemon does. Yeah. Right? So that dude who looks all dead and got the little girl, Sandals, where you want to go? I'm coming up late, 30 minutes late. We gonna no reservations. I'm gonna do just like this. And you got a reservation? You know this is. We gonna sit down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like before I ain't got no game. Yeah. Like my game whack. I never had it. I ain't got no game. But I got
Lambo don't sell.
But I got a spit game to you for.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who does have game?
Who that?
The Las Vegas Aces.
What a transition! Wow.
The Aces had Sin City turned all the way up on Monday as they celebrated their back-to-back championship on the Vegas Strip. So after securing her first WNBA Finals MVP, Asia Wilson took another shot at her haters, specifically the lone MVP voter that picked her fourth with this shirt. It included all of her first place, second place, third place, and the lone fourth place vote she got.
Oh, weak.
Aces head coach Becky Hammon was turned all the way up and made a bold statement for where Wilson will finish her basketball career.
Listen here, I'm an old ass bitch.
What's in that cup?
I played against all the GOATs. Oh, I'm gonna put it out there. This gonna be the GOAT of the GOATs. She don't even know how I'm about to be on that ass. Cause she's that good. I'm trying to think of an NBA comp. I'm trying to think of a WNBA comp. And there ain't nobody in the world like Asia Wilson.
I thought she was finna give it to us. I thought she was finna give it to us.
Back and said, hey, I'm about to push you on my back. Come on, follow me. And we did. You want it back? You want it back? Fucking run that shit back.
I love it.
God bless the WNBA.
I want tickets now.
That was literally like, that was like comparison when you have those drunk conversations in the bathroom at the club when you're like, girl, I love you so much. That was that.
That's how y'all talk in the bathroom at the club?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
Lots
club.
of heart-to-heart
We
conversations.
about to run this
In
shit
the pissy
back.
ass club?
This boy's
Girl
stupid.
things.
What do y'all? It'd be like 8 of y'all in one stall. Which y'all be
Yeah,
Oh,
be like,
y'all
yo.
tripping.
No, not at the stall, just out
just
there with
period.
beers.
communal pee-peeing.
It's just, no, that's y'all. That would be men.
No, it'd be like 18 in one little joint.
Anyway, you'd be like, oh, you're so
No, but-
pretty, you're
yeah.
this, you're that.
That was-
Yeah.
That's all.
The WNBA needed that.
I love it.
You needed that. That's real life. That is not scripted. That is human nature, and that's what we need to see more of from
Facts.
the dub.
Yo,
So,
that was
He's been
Question
great
for you, Lexi. Was Becky Hammon spitting facts, or was she too turned off the yak?
I think she was spitting facts. I think
Ooh,
Asia's gonna go down as
okay.
one of the greatest. Go to the GOATs? I don't know, but she's gonna be up there.
She about to come for you. She about to make a Lexi t-shirt.
I love that.
Like she's
That
only
means someone cares.
she's only 26, right?
I would love that.
Yeah,
She's 20.
6 seasons.
Or 27.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, we were in the same draft
She's
class.
27. She just turned 27 in August.
Yeah, we were in the same draft class.
I mean, from the looks of the team, that arena that they got, is anybody else building any arenas around here in Dub?
Seattle
Seattle? How long is that gonna take?
this year. Phoenix about to get one.
That'll be what, 2 years from now?
Not sure. Minnie
Yeah.
has the,
So they can probably go 3-peat, 4-peat.
yeah. If they're able to, which I don't think they're gonna have a problem keeping that team together, but why would
Money.
They can probably be the first team in, I mean, besides the
They can go pay,
1950s.
right? Because it's all about who can pay, right?
Huh?
It's all about who can pay and who willing to pay, right?
They can pay.
And they willing to pay. So,
Mark Davis got it.
so like you were saying, on the other day, somebody asked, shit, if Skylar Diggins go there, then what? I was like, somebody said, oh. I was like,
someone gonna have to take a pay cut? I mean, that's happened in New York.
Hey.
A pay cut. I saw you talking to Teresa and said, I saw your
there you
little
go.
thing. Yeah.
We got
How much-
Cheesecake Factory gift certificate.
Well, no. Okay, let's just.
Yeah,
What's
unlimited.
What would Skylar Diggins' pay be?
Max.
What is that?
220 maybe.
Okay, so 220, right?
That's a super max, I think. Which I think
That's a-
thank you.
220, right? And someone write a check and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a pay cut for 75, and I write the other 25 for you. Who notices that? Nobody. We taking pay cuts to win
I
championships.
mean, we know. I mean, we know what's going on. And
You're sports.
obviously, we don't want to. We're not going to say anything about it because we think
But you and I know
we
what's
think that's
going on.
great. Yeah, we think it's great. Like,
on,
why would you?
it's
You deserve
sports.
to get paid.
Right, it's
Everyone
sports.
deserves to get paid.
It's sports, y'all. We take pay cuts for championships. So my ladies over here taking pay cuts for championships.
People in New England did it for years. Udonis Haslem did it for years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Udonis Haslem
He on
did
half
it.
of Miami. How you on half of Miami with your pay? Wait a minute. This don't even make sense.
6 restaurants, 3 car dealerships, 4 clubs,
Hey, I'm happy here.
16 apartment buildings. Like, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. They
This
can build
portfolio
a-
is expensive.
amazing.
Expensive.
He made 42
Making a
million.
minimum every year.
He
Damn.
made $30 million in NBA contract, got $200 million in assets. This man is good.
Well, yeah, no, people been doing like taking pay cuts for the team, for the betterment of the team. That's what they.
Yeah. I mean, that falls on the owners, so more owners need to step it up.
Mark Davis saving all that money for haircuts. He got it. Just military balls.
That's it. He keeps it very-
Listen, he probably playing top dollar for that haircut too.
It's his signature.
Oh, he
When,
paying top dollar for it.
And when San Fran gets their team, you best believe within 3 years, they're going to be competing for something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Too much tech
They
money out
got
there.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money up there.
Startup company, hey, I can.
Joe Lacob is on.
Huh?
Joe Lacob in the water.
He known for breaking bread.
That's all he do.
Ready for another segue? Speaking of breaking bread,
Oh man.
after saying he was going to wait to sign his extension till the Bucks proved they were as committed to winning as him, the Bucks got Dame time and convinced Giannis to sign on that dotted line. Greek Freak agreed to a 3-year extension worth $186 million, which ties Anthony Davis for the highest annual average salary in NBA history. So Giannis made the announcement with this tweet. He said, Milwaukee, let's get it. Bucks to 6, extended.
I think you're missing a few E's.
6.
Look,
There are only steps to success. The deal includes a player option in the final year, which gives Giannis the opportunity to stack even more bread. Now the Bucks have 2 of the top 4 highest salary players in league history, and Giannis locked in through the duration of Dame's current contract. So thoughts on Giannis signing his extension with the Bucks?
damn.
We Bucks fans?
Yikes. Like, I mean, you know, it's not in the owners. It sounded like great deals back then, right? Where they was wanting to cut out 7-year contracts and 6-year and 3-year. Y'all getting y'all ass whooped. this 3-year, these you getting your ass whooped in these 3 years. 7 years, y'all was like, oh man, players making it. These 3 years is fucking y'all up. Dead ass. 2 years, boom, I'm at it again. Oh my God. Woo! Damn. That's some good shit. Ching.
In Milwaukee, too.
He might fuck around by Milwaukee. The whole,
The whole
place.
The whole city. And rename it. That's a lot of money.
So the extension starts with the 25-26 season. So he's under contract for at least 4 more years, and the 5th if he takes that player option.
Say the boy got
But
his own
he'll earn
money.
$94.4 million over the next 2 seasons, then about $120 million more for 2025.
Did you think he was
26,
ever
26.
actually going to leave?
no.
I don't think so.
The way the NBA is designed, it's designed like so you can't leave your team, right? There's such a big pay cut. Like, so players who left, you know, like we call them selfish, but they lost so much money. So when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, he lost so much money doing that. Him going to Brooklyn lost so much money doing that. So when you up and leave without a sign and trade, you lose a lot of money.
Okay.
You know, so that deal would have been what? Somewhere else. 2-year, 98 maybe? Or if it was a 3-year deal, 3-year, 120.
Man, listen.
Can't even think about it, right?
Does that hurt? Does that hurt knowing everything y'all did for this league, laying the foundation?
Hell no.
Giannis can't even send you 50 for some footwork?
No, you better don't. No, what I'm saying, don't. We ain't the era that's mad.
I'm happy for him.
We ain't the era that's mad. We was millionaires. We was millionaires. Well,
Y'all signed for an eternity. When I signed my deal, that shit was 7
years, right?
Jesus Christ.
No, so like when people talk about Big Dog, right?
Signed.
People don't realize he never signed another contract after that.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Got the 80.
that's where NBA, they smart, but they dumb too. If you would have kept it back to the old ways, where rookies was coming in signing big money, most of them would have never hit big contracts like that, right? Big Dog never hit another contract. My first year, when we was trying to do an under-the-table deal.
Allegedly. Yeah,
Hell no.
Protect it, you know?
Hell no. I was supposed to stay in Golden State, but I didn't have my bird rights, so they couldn't afford me past the mid-level. So the deal was I signed a 1-year deal for 4.9, and then after that was 7 years, 79 million.
Why you ain't do that?
Because Washington Wizards 6 years, 64 was better than 8 years, 83, 84.
Okay. Oh, I'm doing the math.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
7 years.
7 years, yeah.
That's a long time.
7, my shit was 7 years. 6 years team, 7-year play option.
So who was the last player to sign a 7 or 6 year contract? 7
years was, that probably ended like right after me. Cause we had something in 2004, 2005, right?
Yeah, I signed mine in 2006 when I went to Denver. 2004.
Yeah, that was
2004.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what that was the last year. Yeah, that's what I said. It was right after mine.
Yeah, 2004. The summer of 2004.
Like LeBron, I think LeBron started the quick 3-year stuff.
Yeah.
Hopping in, hopping out, hopping in, hopping out.
Like, 'cause the year before, Denver when Jersey had offered me 6 years for 66. I played the year out.
And you went over there for 7? Was the sign and trade?
They basically, they didn't get nothing back.
But you signed and trade, right?
Yeah, because they told me you could either lose, because I was going either way.
Oh, so that was the problem.
I was going either way. I'm saying I was out, because they didn't offer nothing, so I'm gone. So they told the Nets you can either get something for him, which would then equate to much, or you can lose him for nothing. So they did the sign and trade.
See, that's the real decision. Like when LeBron made the decision, right, and it was this big spectacle of the decision, it wasn't a decision, right? That wasn't really a decision because he didn't have nothing to lose, right? His max deal was 1 something. If he just left and went to Miami, 80 something. Right? Now that's a decision.
Yeah.
But if I can convince you, I'm gonna leave, you better get something for me, now you gotta sign and trade.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sign me for my max and then trade me where I wanna go. Like the decision is I'm willing to lose you for nothing. You take that big pay cut.
Yeah, that's...
There's only a few people that's actually just, I'm out. Kawhi. All right. But other than that, back then, man, I'd have been, I'm calling you bluff. I don't think you're going over there for 80. Nah. It's easy. That's what him and Bosh, they both signed in Toronto and got traded.
So right after they signed, be like, nah, psych, we not trading you. And we got traded.
No, it's hard to do. You can't do that.
That ain't the game.
I would have been that mug like, oh, this is what y'all want to do? Then go. Go. Because I know, one, if he gets signed and trade, right, if Bosh signed a 1-0 something, and I'm not signing the trade, you ain't gonna be getting pay less than Bosh and Wade, so I'm calling you bluff.
Yeah, hey, 3 for 186. Jesus.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Boy got his own money.
I wonder what he does in Milwaukee.
Turns up. It's a beautiful city, right on the water.
It's cold there.
I know.
That's an understatement.
It's freezing, yeah.
Yes.
Nasty.
Yo, I was out there joining for that short time, for that cup of tea, I was out there for dead winter.
Yeah.
It was dead winter. December, January, February, it brick out that joint. Like, listen, man.
I don't do the colds.
So Giannis finally gets the chance to play with another superstar to form arguably the best duo in the league. But what will be the biggest adjustment for Giannis this season?
The biggest adjustment is realizing how much space you got now. Right, and that's really what it is. It's, understanding that, you don't need to bring the ball up as much, and, when you do, you have space to really just take your time. You don't got to bulldoze through, much anymore. So, the first 10 games, is going to be an adjustment period, but, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, adjustments, I think it's all positive adjustments. I'm saying, I don't see anything that they both determined. Could you imagine both of them playing with a bigger chip on their shoulder than they already play? Mm. Like just watching them play regularly, how they play and how they attack and their mentality night in, night out. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be awesome to watch. And then, the only thing Giannis realized, like in the fourth quarter, he really got a closer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's huge.
I think that's what his adjustment's got to be.
Yeah,
understanding that the fourth quarter is going to someone else.
Yeah, he can. Yeah. So now you can defer, and and the pressures you have to make free throws late and certain things later. You can. It's not that great now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 12 fourth quarter free throws, it might be 6 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that takes the pressure off you. I'm saying in that regard, where you can play a little more freely. I think so. No, I think that's one of the only adjustments that's one of them gonna have to make. But Dame always been a killer and a closer, so he gonna stay in that role. And he ain't never played with a big like Giannis, a person like Giannis. Damn, a big. He ain't never played with a person like Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think just building chemistry.
And Chris Middleton gonna have a hell of a year. Let's just call it what it is, because he get to play freely. Granted, he healthy. Chris Middleton gonna get to play one-on-one at all times. He a hell of a scorer. Mm-hmm. Chris Middleton put the ball in the basket. Get to play one-on-one at all times.
Yep.
No spacing, freely.
Freely.
Lex, what were you saying?
They're just gonna have to build chemistry, that's all. I think Dame will probably have more of the adjustment because the teammates that he's had in the past haven't been like the caliber of Giannis or Chris Middleton. And, they're used to playing with each other, used to winning championships, deep playoff runs. So it's exciting for Dame. I'm happy for him. People are saying like he didn't have a great preseason, blah, blah, blah. That's what preseason's for.
So what will be the biggest adjustment for Dame, do you think, this season?
I don't know. We were just talking about how he has the ball in those crunch time moments, but there might be games where it's Giannis's time or it's Chris Middleton's time, and he'll be the one deferring, which he's never had to do before.
Yeah.
No, believe it or not.
Great point.
No, believe it or not, when him and CJ used to go, like they deferred to each other.
Yeah.
There'd be times where even though Dame's on fire, CJ hit 2 threes or 2 twos in the last couple minutes and keep going.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So.
Yeah, but that's a luxury, man. That
is.
To be able to have that to lean on where either you got it going with that or you don't. Just say, and you got that to lean on where you can be a facilitator, but your presence is still valuable. Mm-hmm. You being out there, because at any given moment they know, if he see one go in, listen, we gotta, no matter his, so no, I just think it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing, and I'm saying the defensive mindset of, head coach, I think they don't lose much in that regard from the previous regime, you know what I'm saying?
So, Lex, you hit on it a little bit, but Dame capped off his preseason with a solid performance this past Friday. But in 3 games, he was 11 for 35 from the field, 4 for 21 from 3. It's just a preseason, Gil, I know. But what do the Bucks need to do to get Dame in rhythm?
When's their first game? Thursday? He'll be in rhythm. Right?
Yeah, he got all that bullshit out his system now.
He shot it all out?
Like, it's preseason. Like, I don't think I've ever scored 20 in preseason. Right?
He been in the arena day in, day out, getting used to that arena, shooting there, like.
He'll be fine.
Like in preseason, like I don't know what the new preseason's like, but in the past, everyone focused on defense so much, barely offense, right? You got your defensive legs, you got your defense down packing. It took preseason, the first couple of games of the season, to get your offense really going.
We played 8 preseason games.
I know back then, yeah.
8.
A lot.
Yeah, that was 8 trash games too.
8 preseason games, man. So you got time to.
And it was so funny, and I think that's why the NBA like, man, the season ain't starting off. Then bring back them preseason games and let them run that rust out. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Yeah, the NBA, it starts off sluggish. Yeah, them 5 games they used to have.
Because they playing 2. Your guys playing 2.
And that's all.
They playing 2 of them.
Flying them to Dubai and stuff.
Yeah, they playing 2 preseason games. 2. And they playing 20-something minutes in these preseason games. Not even they regular minutes. And they playing.
But
you want to be ready to.
Whoever's negotiating doesn't even think about like reality, right? My last games, most of these teams, April. Last time I really played basketball. Like the summers, we get the preseason, different element, and then we played 2 preseason games that I go half-ass in. And then, I played 20 minutes, because you're still trying to make cuts, right? So you're not gonna play me 40 minutes. Then when the season starts, 42. What? Yeah. Like, I'm done. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna play 42, but my body's not ready. Everything is not clicking the way it needs to be clicked. Like, but, usually it'd be like, all right, we're gonna play 15, 17. By the time we get to them last 3 games, I'm playing 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the last preseason.
Minutes.
Yeah, you playing real minutes those last.
7th preseason game.
Yeah.
It would be the 7th preseason game.
How many did they play this year?
I think 3 to 4. 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And most of the stars only played 2.
Yeah. Then like Gil's point, like we would play gradually more and more and more. Then sit out a couple in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your guys like your starters and guys sit out a couple in the middle. Then towards the end, like especially game 7, we're gonna play real starter. We're gonna play real minutes.
Real starter minutes. Like that's gonna be like.
That makes sense.
That's your first, because that's like your first game.
Right.
And then the 8th one we taking off.
Yep.
Ain't nobody playing in the 8th one. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna play in the 8th one.
I'm shooting like 40. 2 for 40.
Season about to start. Definitely ain't trying to go out there, motherfucking roll an ankle or break a finger or some nut shit. Like, really?
So how many?
We got in a full fist fight in our last preseason game against the Bulls. Like the first game of the season, I'm suspended. Anthony Pillar suspended. Larry Hughes suspended.
Shit like that.
It got real up in Chicago.
Shit like that.
So how long does it take you to get your legs right once the season starts?
Depends on who you are. Like the key to your legs is depending on what you was doing in preseason. Like it really depends on what you was doing in training camp, preseason, to really get you got to be able to go through that pain, 2-a-days and get that, flush them legs out to be fresh. But we had a whole month. Like it was like back then. There's players who didn't do nothing all summer, probably cardio, and used a month
To get ready for
the season.
Yeah. Won't come out of practice. You got some like guys that starters, like they play big minutes in training camp, practice stuff, like won't come out of practice.
They won't come out of practice.
At all. They just play themselves right into shape, like play through the pain, play through the fatigue. And then your body's, you didn't built this trauma up your body to where you gotta, and you get ready for the season.
There's certain things that you can only experience in training camp that you can't do in like a workout or in a pickup game. Like there's just so many things that go on in a training camp that get you ready for the season. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't take off all that time and then come to training camp and be like, all right, let's go. But some people can do that. But yeah, our training camps are short too. So.
Yeah.
These teams have their hands on these guys so much now, though.
Yeah.
Like they so involved with, like not the stars do their own thing for the most part.
Yeah.
But the other guys, the other 13 guys on the team got their hands on them. Like they need to see them a few times during the summer. They have mandatory, you gotta come here, you gotta go there, seeing if you're working out, seeing if you're in shape. They sending coaches to you, they doing all the...
Why?
Because they kids. Because they can't trust them to do, what I'm saying? They coming in 19, 20 years old.
Cool.
They kids.
We came in at 19, 20 years old. I didn't go back. Look, I didn't play, and the ideal of they were getting the number 2 pick, hoping for the number 2 pick, which would have been Jason Williams at the time, right? And my whole argument is like, yo, if I started the last end of the season, I'm a starter, right? There's like, nah, the number 2 pick is gonna be. I was like, what if I'm whooping his ass? He's the number 2 pick. They're not gonna play the bench guy, the 31 pick over the number 2 pick. And I'm saying, if he can't beat me in training camp, he gets to start? And he was like, yeah. Oh, that's what we on. So I just stayed in Oakland, just getting ready for bro. Like, yeah, y'all get that number 2 pick, watch what happened, right? And what's so funny is he tell the story like, I don't even know why he was angry at me. Cause I built this anger up the whole damn summer to face you in training camp. But but if you are a player and you looking to improve, why are you leaving? Where are you going? Yeah. Back home to do what? Celebrate you an NBA player? Go there, fuck off, and no. If you really care about your craft, your first 2-3 years, stay put. Work with them coaches. Work with them plays. Like this is relationship building also, right? If I'm the coach and I didn't play you this year and I seen you train all summer, I'm watching you. We talking, going over film, how you can improve. Mentally, you already in my rotation. Right? I'm gonna look for ways to try to put you in the game.
If it's in your control.
If the coach does, yeah. And that's a whole nother fucking story.
Yeah.
You a cook but can't cook. You a coach but can't you a coach come on, man. Like
yeah. It's a whole
a coach that can't coach. Like, how does that sound? Like some of y'all coaches out there, I get it, man. Y'all just like to say y'all coaches, but if you don't have control of coaching, what's the point?
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Just 4 months after coming out of retirement to join Adrian Griffin's staff, Bucks assistant Terry Stotts abruptly resigned last week, just days after an incident with Griffin. Stotts was Dame's head coach for 9 seasons with the Blazers and was expected to help the Bucks offense this season. So how will Terry Stotts dipping impact the Bucks, or will it at all?
He ain't been there. What the fuck you mean impact? He ain't do nothing. What'd he do? He
They
came
brought him there with Dame.
They brought him out. You brought him before, but him and Dame cordial, so Dame wasn't really tripping.
He didn't do nothing.
You have a
They brought him in the summer to do what?
rookie head coach to help with that transition. To be his
It's not always easy for a head coach too.
Man, his ass quit, man. He weak-minded. Can't take a little yelling.
Yeah, see, exactly.
That's it. Get your ass.
He was the one yelling at everybody. Now he's getting yelled at. He's probably like, I can't do
Not
this.
by no
shit.
rookie head coach.
I don't care who it is. Like, it's a yell is probably a heated moment, something going on, they disagreed and he spazzed out. If you can't take that, I don't even know how you as a head coach.
So the reports are that Adrian Griffin said he wanted to have a coach's huddle after practice. They broke. Terry Stotts went over to talk to Giannis and Dame. Adrian Griffin, I believe, told him to come over, maybe not the most politest of ways. And then a couple of days after that,
Just quit.
What did he say? Bring your white ass over here. I mean, what did he say? I'm trying to figure out what did he possibly...
Come here, boy.
What did he possibly say?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like something else happened.
Come on. Like, what did he like...
Yeah, like,
You're a head coach and I'm...
I want you
Damn.
to-
He probably really didn't want the job. I mean, I don't know.
Have y'all ever
It was
seen
deeper.
anything like that? I mean, I'm sure you've had coaches that,
Quit during the season?
but aren't as nice as they should be.
Have you seen a coach quit?
oh,
No.
head coaches are horrible to their assistants.
I ain't never.
But they just are like, okay.
Well, not to that extent. Well, I don't.
Not enough for someone to quit, but they be talking to them crazy.
Serious?
Yeah.
Power trip.
No, like that. Like I had Dave Cowens my rookie season. Nah, he never really said anything.
But it's like
about
heat of the moment stuff. Like they're not like just randomly disrespectful, but like if it gets into a moment where the assistant not doing what they're supposed to do, then yeah, they gonna get snapped at a little bit.
Probably, yeah.
But they said they had a meeting, and then he went over to talk to Giannis, and the head coach snapped.
And then the head coach.
Like if I tell the coaches to come over here, and then you take it upon
go over
yourself
there.
to go over there.
You probably getting checked. Like I've been
Just
having
trying
to
to
check you.
think-
I'm the
What?
assistant fucking coach, right?
Yeah.
I need to talk to these two real quick. I'll be over there in a minute.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
you talking
So
about?
what
I
did
might
you
have,
say?
I might have something to tell them that I.
But that can wait though.
No. This can wait.
No.
We got all fucking day. After practice, we're gonna be sitting.
Well,
in
obviously,
fucking,
that's not the way it went.
obviously.
So if I say, let's talk, let's talk.
Sound like somebody's a new head
And,
coach.
but then I
That's what
can't have
it
you.
sound
But you know what that is. But you
He
know,
got his
but,
big pants on.
but you know, but so let's put it in context, right? Terry Stotts, a former head coach, right? Got a relationship with Dame. I ain't saying it's what it is, but you know how that shit is. That, hey, shit, if I was in this position, shit, you know what I'd be doing. I'm just let's call it what it is.
You be hitting all the threes.
That's the assistant. Yeah, we need to get rid of him.
Yeah. Oh, no, shit,
That ain't our
this
guy.
thing don't, hey, we don't win it this year. You know, hey, they might be, hey, shit, I need you to put a good word in for me. Shit, if I was sitting in this shit, if it was my job, we'll be.
And
I ain't saying that's what he's doing, but Adrian Griffin played in the league.
Yeah. We here, yeah.
We hear it. We've been around it. I've heard it on when I was in the assistant coach kicking the head coach back in. What can't wait? So they been twiddling his thumbs. Shit. So what's our record? Shit, any day now.
Nigga, sitting here,
Any day now.
Sitting here doing this. Hey, who should I put in?
Yeah.
He looked for the sorriest. Yeah, he ready.
Yeah, he's sabotaging.
Sabotaging.
You know what I'm saying?
That listen, as an
This
owner.
early in the season, that's what they.
No, I'm just
Well,
saying. Period. Like if
I ain't saying it's going on, but it does go on.
Yeah.
But you've seen it happen
goes
in other
on.
situations. Okay.
So there was a situation where Lakers was getting ready to hire somebody, and they wanted the head coach to hire another guy.
head coach.
Another guy that was a former head coach but had some clout. Name to him, all this. The guy told him, like, they told him this, for you to get this job, you got to hire him.
Lou and Jason Kidd.
This
You
guy.
know he don't care.
Okay, so T.
That's
Lou was
been out there. That's been out
gonna get the job. They wanted him to hire Jason Kidd, and he like, nah, fuck that. There's conflict. There's conflict. I'm saying that there's conflict in T. Lou mind. Let me don't get off. He got a bigger name than me. All this shit, like Hall of Famer, all this shit is.
Does that play into it? He was a better hooper than me, so he's gonna come with that
He
mentality.
has a bigger name than
Bigger
better.
name. Probably a little bit smarter
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
in decision making and stuff.
So why would you want that sitting next to you?
But that's my thing. I do.
Some do, but some don't.
Like
But if it don't get good, if it don't start the way, I don't trust that that I could trust this.
But that's my argument though. If
Yeah.
this is my assistant coach, right?
Yes.
And we start off 0-10, and you want to fire me, they with me.
Right, for everybody.
Man, motherfucker, they suck with me too. Shit, we
that
all
don't-
together.
but it don't go that way though.
Sorry.
But it don't. But where does it fall
Yeah, I've
though?
never understood
But
that.
where does it fall though? It falls in his lap.
I know that, but that's how stupid
Yeah.
they are up there.
So they just hire the next man up.
Who you think I'm listening to? This dummy and that dummy. When we do the game plan, he does the defense, he does the offense, right? So that's his defense you complain about. That's his offense. So we all going. You're not gonna fire me and hire the motherfucker who gave me the offense unless he was just giving me some bullshit.
You know, but you know,
That's why I have my own plays.
So question.
I don't trust none of y'all.
Question for all three of you on this couch. Head coaches generally get the blame and the credit, but how important are good assistants to the overall success of a team?
Very important.
It matters on how much power you give that assistant coach. The assistant coach usually has the relationships with the players. Like he usually is the one that makes the players feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. We're gonna try to get you in. You know the babying. The assistant coach usually does the.
You the
babying.
best, champ.
Yeah. he keeps your spirit up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right. That's why you can't wait for the head coach to get up. Get on out of here, boy. We're gonna play for you, coach.
Yeah. That's the
every time a coach get fired, whoa, they going like a 3-5 game winning streak. Like, damn, what's up? They got that spirit.
Or you have a coach can't wait to take over and you go talking that shit. Man, I can't wait till I get the job. Fucking Michael Coop was in that bitch. Listen, man, gave Coop the job. Man, we were like 2-10. Like, all right, Coop.
Yeah.
They brought George Karl ass in. I'm like, yo, like, God damn it, Coop. Couldn't get your shit together.
Like, I just don't understand sometimes when you fire in the middle of the season, what are you expecting? Like, yeah, he started off 0-10, 2-24, right? You fire him and
went through 2 coaches.
Like, what do you think? What do you think he gonna do? Like, he gonna do the same exact.
He was already there.
What is it? He gonna do the same exact plays that I'm doing. So
unless
and you gonna pay?
You know how bad shit got to be though? You start the season and you go. We was on coach 3 when we ended the season in Denver. My first year in Denver, we had 3 head coaches, dog.
And the general manager should have been.
Yo, Jeff Bisdelic was our head coach to start the season.
Who?
Jeff Bisdelic. He was our head coach. Michael Cooper took over for him. They fired him and brought in George. You know how bad shit gotta be?
You know how bad of a general manager you gotta be?
Oh.
To go 0 for 3 in one season?
No, just like, what is the concept? Like, I need to fire him before he fires me. That is the cardinal rule, right? When you're talking about coaches getting fired, it's the general manager, the same person who picks the players in the draft, right? Oh. These are the players I want in the draft. These are the players I'm signing. You make it work. If you can't make it work, I'm firing you. Yep. I'm not gonna fire myself because I chose him? My bad. Right, I'm gonna fire you, and
somebody gotta go.
Yep.
Somebody gotta go.
So quickly, who's the best assistant that you had in your career?
The best assistant was Brian Winters.
Legend.
Brian Winters. He was the assistant coach. Didn't know his name. Didn't know nothing about him. And then Dave Cowens got fired. He got the job. And he said, hey, you start. What's your name, coach? Winters? I'm going to always remember this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity you gives me.
and then he did some shit that I've never seen since. He said, hey, once I got the start position, he said, no more practice this year. Just show up to games. And since you guys don't like practice anyway, we're just going to show up to games and finish the year off. I ain't got to compete. It's just in-game stats. This man needs a raise, sir. This man needs a raise. Some dead ass, man.
Who was all on that team, man?
Who? Oh, it was Bad News Bears. Right. We had Danny Forson.
It was your rookie year?
Yeah, we had Henderson, some Henderson. We had, I think Corey Blunt was on that team.
You said some Henderson.
My rookie year, we had the dude from Auburn, the dunker.
Porter, yeah.
Yeah, we had him.
Joey Porter.
Huh?
Porter, yeah.
Yeah, we had him. We had
he was in my draft.
Vertigo Cummins.
Jeez.
Mookie.
We had Mookie Baylock.
Eric Dampier and Donald Foyle.
Mookie
hold
quit.
On. Say this. Hold on.
Say the team.
Say this team, please.
I'm gonna read the whole roster.
Please do.
So Gilbert, your names first because it ends with
yes.
Mookie Blaylock, Eric Dampier, Danny Forson, and Donald Foyle, Dean Garrick, Cedric Henderson, Larry Hughes, Mark Jackson, the center, Antoine Jameson, Chris Mills, Troy Murphy, Dean Oliver, Jason Richardson, and Bobby Sura.
Now, okay, so that Mookie Blaylock. So we should practice at 11. He's always 11:30, 11:45. So he got to golf first, and then he'll come. So in the middle of the season, like it was just one of those days coaches had enough. It was like, you know, you're just a bad influence on these young people, right? And the young talent, like, because I'm in there actually practicing, like, and he come in like, oh, God, I was just cooking too. And then, come on out here, young fella, and coach was like, nah, you a dog-ass player. You a dog-ass player to these young fellas. And then Mookie, I'm a dog-ass player. You's a dog-ass coach for allowing me to do this shit.
I mean, yeah.
Now I'm out of here and I'm going back to the green. I never seen him a day after that. When he came in and left, I never seen Mookie Baylock again.
You have yet to see him?
I've never seen him
To this day.
again, to this day.
So he walked out.
When he walked through them glass doors, that was the last time I seen Mookie Baylock.
Yeah, that's crazy as shit.
Oh, no.
Yo, that's a hell of a...
I thought he was just still at the golf course.
I had 7 bigs on that team.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's to say that, and that was the what's the name? So it must have been like, the Porter used to be, he must have been in like the preseason part of it.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about
That's a disgusting roster. Y'all had Damp and Donald Foy on the same team?
Art Jackson. Now think about.
And they had Danny and Mark Jackson.
Now think about those two. Like,
listen, man. Wrestling match every day in that bitch.
And Dave Cowens is left-handed. Troy Murphy was left-handed, and you know he favored the white boy. And he put them two on the opposite team.
Oh, I know they used to abuse
him, like
dog.
as me and Jason, we rooks.
I know they.
We over here contemplating how we gonna fight these dudes.
Yes.
Like just not gonna do this. Like we over here like Troy Murphy was like he's coming in like
dude
and like man listen let's just jump them like one by one. Like you know what I mean? Like we sit here really trying to figure out how we gonna
only imagine what Danny and Mark Jackson was doing to this boy, man. Danny was my teammate in college. Like, yeah, first team All-American, 6'7", 265, strong as an ox. Big bitch get physical.
That man, they was hurting Troy to the point where Troy was like at the end of the season, and we over here trying to figure out what we gonna do in life. It was one of those seasons. What we gonna do in life? Troy Murphy was like, I'm not gonna take it. So he stayed in Oakland. So me, Jason Richardson, him, we all stayed in Oakland that summer. And he just lifted weights the whole summer. And when preseason came back, he was a whole different dude. Took boxing lessons and everything.
You would have had to.
Yeah. And it was like like this is another, he's different now. And they used to be like, oh man. But they tried, but he was a little stronger than he was before. But that rookie season, man, we used to sit there like, because you know the wall close, right? So when he's trying to box out and them two decide to come and they push him to the, oh man, it was, woo, Coach sub him.
Oh yeah, see, the thing to understand where Danny come from, like practicing Cincinnati, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like ain't no out of bounds, fouls, certain shit don't exist.
Oh yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No out of bounds.
No, ain't no out of bounds or fouls at times. Certain drills you don't, ain't no out of bounds or fouls.
But no out of bounds.
No out of bounds.
No out of bounds, no fouls. Go hoop, right? This is practice.
It's rugby.
So just, and the people that don't know Danny's short-fused, to say the least. Like,
say the least.
People think I'm short-tempered and fused at times. No, yeah. Danny grabbed and don't think about it. Yo. And I can only imagine what
Mm-hmm. He didn't like flying either. Right? And
yes, that's another thing.
And so basically, you know what the plane looked like there. We supposed to, after the game, we supposed to leave at 10, 11, Danny going home. So we ain't leaving till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then most of the time, they're trying to convince him to come. Someone in his family died, so obviously, you talking about a whole season or 2 seasons. He done named everybody in his family, in his lineage. Yeah, his mom died like 3 times that year. Like they called. Hey, yeah, you know, we sorry to hear about you. What's it? It was like, wait, hold on, I'm not dead. Yeah. Then he had to call the people. Don't you call my motherfucking mom. Like, oh shit.
So we don't have to go.
The Archie was wild, man. It was good. Why you like?
He didn't.
Now think about it. Why you think I had guns? Look what I had to deal with. It was crazy. Only way you compete with crazy is to be crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. Why you bringing guns to the locker room? If you would have been there my rookie year, you understand.
Yeah.
They thought the Trailblazers was crazy. No. Damn.
Wrong team.
Damn.
Let's keep this thing moving. New CBA has created issues for NBA teams trying to build dynasties, but Nuggets GM Calvin Booth thinks he might have the solution. So Nuggets lost Bruce Brown and Jeff Green in free agency, but returned all 5 starters, including Finals MVP Nikola Jokic, coming off a generational postseason, and the top 2 finishing NBA MVP voting. So Christian Brown's looking to build off a solid rookie season. Second year forward Peyton Watson should crack the rotation. They did good in the draft. They got Julian Strawther from Gonzaga. I know y'all don't give a fuck about preseason, but he's shooting 45% from the field, 45 from 3 in 4 games. So when you look at this Nuggets team, it feels like they don't get, the love that they should. Are the Nuggets getting the respect a defending champ returning all 5 starters deserves?
The respect from who?
The league.
Don't they have them? Don't everybody have Murray and Jokic as the best duo? That's
Some
not
people.
love. Man, that's love.
Some people.
Who's number 1 starting off the season? Them?
In the West.
Then they getting their fucking love.
Might not be the loudest, but it's there.
Teams that people want to look at the new shiny toy, right? Other teams made moves, and then they looking at them as the favorites and all that, and not knowing that chemistry and all that plays a factor, and you're returning all 5 starters, and with a head coach that coaches with a chip on his shoulder, Michael Malone, and they guys feed into that. I think they be all right. It's the media, man. It's the media.
It's Denver too.
It's the media hype.
Is it just because it's Denver and we don't really care? Deion runs Colorado.
I mean, it's a small city team. So I mean, when you're talking about clicks and views, that's not a team that somebody wants to hear about.
He's not really a viral type.
Serbia.
He's just be chilling.
So go ask you this. We talked about it a few weeks ago, but did the Nuggets get better this offseason?
Did they get better as a team? We don't know until we see if Michael Porter Jr. got better, if Watson got better, if those guys really put in some work, right? Going for a free agent, wouldn't have been in their best interest, right? If you can, get your own players better, where they are a big, like if Michael Porter averages 18 to 22, that's a big free agent in a sense. If, Peyton Watson comes in off the bench and he's, playing like a 6-man, that's a very, very great summer.
And they invested a little money in the Zeke Naji kid.
Yeah.
He's been in a farm thing, building him up over years. So, like you said, to get your own players better, I think is the most important thing. Why go out and spend money on something when you've invested time and resources into what you already have in your locker room?
And obviously you got a relationship with Calvin Booth. How much, just...
What's so funny is when we used to talk basketball, right? Playoff games, matchups, right? The teams we talked about, like dream teams and how we were, that's how his team looks, right? He's gonna look at like in drafts, he's gonna look at arm measurement, right? Like if you one of these dinosaur type of players, like you can be 6'8", 6'9", but if you have short wingspan, nah. Right? We used to argue about volume shooters. And I said a volume shooter is always a volume shooter until you teach them how to be consistent, right? And it was score versus shooter, right? And he asked me what I am. I said, I'm a shooter that knows how to score versus a scorer that can shoot a little bit, right? And I said, so if I'm looking for draft picks, I'm looking for shooters who can put the ball in the basket, right? And that was our guard. We didn't want the traditional point guard, right? We used to sit there and all right, practicing GM, what type of point guard you want. And we're doing all the history and was like, well, the starting point guard on every championship team only averages about 4.2 assists. So obviously there's a dominant guy. So if you have a Jordan, you can't have a Steve Nash, right? You got to have somebody who offsets that, a defensive guy or a guy who can just flat out shoot, right? And those are the type of guards we were looking for. So it's funny when you look at the team.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
For sure. So besides Joker and Jamal Murray, can y'all ask you, who's the most important player on the Nuggets this season?
I would say Michael Porter Jr. Just playing more consistent, that's all. Because y'all know he can hell of a score, buying in more defensively. It'll be all right. But the boy can play, man. So
I seen him this summer, and the only one thing that I would like, if I was on the coaching staff or just his trainer, period, he's too athletic to just shoot threes off. And I think what happens is he got so comfortable with threes, and I think it's because of the early back injury, that's what he wants to do. Versus, like with your athleticism, three is secondary, right? You should be 1-2 dribble pulling up, right? No one can compete with your jumping ability when you go to pull up. So you should be attacking first, and when they're backing up, shoot your three. But right now, everyone knows you're gonna shoot a three, and you're getting it off because you can just jump over everybody. So you should be attacking so much to the point where everyone's scared of you hitting the basket, where the three becomes by itself.
Now they give you space because they're afraid you're going, yeah.
It's like he's playing one style. It's like, I'm gonna shoot threes, and then if they force me to go to the basket, I'll think about it. And that's the only little tweaks, like, revert, like you're going 1-2 pull up or try to get to the basket because there's really not a lot of players that's gonna block your shot, or, Jokic guy's not gonna be down there. So basically you're jumping with another guard or power forward at best.
Yeah. And he's only out there to score.
Yeah.
You ain't got
to think, man. Man, listen, you should be trying
He
to.
doesn't have to think about nobody but himself.
You should be playing a game like try to get 6 to 8 free throws every game. That should be your style of play.
Will this be his first season starting healthy? Or has he been healthy already before?
He's been healthy.
Yeah.
But if you watched him in high school, right, he was getting to that basket.
Right.
And I think because of the back injury, he developed keeping longevity into his game. Like, I'm not gonna get hit as much. I'm gonna just rely on jumpers. But you can see that he has his game back. So go ahead and use your ability.
So when you look at that roster, who's a player that can take another leap for them this season?
Another leap? I mean, I think Murray has another gear. If he gives us that gear that he gave, was it at 2020? Was it that year? Was it that year?
That was the bubble year, yeah.
Like it was that year, yeah. If he gives us, like when him and Mitchell was going at it, yeah. If that one comes back, that's a whole nother problem too. Right, this one's coming off an injury still, and he ain't really caught his real leg, so this probably the real first summer where he really got to breathe, right? And I think he's gonna probably turn it up. He averaged about 20 last year. Like he bumped that joint up to probably about 25, 27. That's a whole nother issue, right? You got Michael Porter Jr. who's gonna put it It's like there's so much improvement that those guys can have without Jokic being the same. With Jokic just being the same, if, back then, Jokic was the second option, right? It was Murray that was really carrying it. So even if he gets close to where he was before, that's another, we're just assuming they all just stay the same.
Does Joker have another level he can get to? And if so, is that scary?
No.
He's good?
I don't know. I mean, maybe playing with some type of chip since they didn't give him MVP. a regular season,
I
but
don't think
He don't care.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he really.
What is the?
I don't think that's the crazy part. You don't care.
That's what I'm saying. What is the next level? The next level for someone like him, right? If you're at 24, 11, and 9.
Yeah. What more?
Unless he says, yeah, I'm gonna just be a scorer, and then you just average 32, 7, and 7. Right? Right, it's like, you know what I mean? Is that like, the reason he's not averaging 30 is because he's passing more. So if he gets more assists, that means he's not shooting more. I mean, so I think this is where he's gonna sit. Like, his points are gonna go up if his assists goes down. Like,
He averaged 32, he getting MVP.
I mean, 32. That's what I'm saying.
32,
but
whatever.
that'd be the fool's. But that'd be the fool's gold, because if he averages 30 and then he's like at 10 and then 6 assists, he ain't do nothing different. He just took it away from his team and added it to himself.
Yeah.
To fuck with y'all.
Which he don't think he cares enough to do all that either.
Like, when he's averaging about what, 20, 30, 40, about 45. He's bringing in about 45 points himself. He's gonna be in a 45 to 50 point total.
Yeah,
in totality.
Every night.
Every night. I can't even ask him for no more. I don't need you, like, thank you, big fella.
He plays every game. He plays his minutes. He shares the ball. He scores. He rebounds. Yeah. There's not much else he can do.
We talked about Jamal Murray a little bit, but never made an All-Star team, never made an All-NBA team. Do you feel like this is the year he breaks one of those droughts?
Yes.
If not both.
I mean, he can. Like, I think just, him getting back to that bubble player, yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Where can he improve?
Scoring more.
Okay, Gal. I'm just asking. You out here trying to flex on me a little
No,
bit.
I'm just saying, like,
He's just gonna score more points.
score more points.
Get more buckets. So we got some underdog higher lowers for tonight. Joker is currently at 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You think he's going higher or lower?
48.5. See, that's right around.
That's
It's a good line.
That's a good line. I was scared of it.
I'm gonna go lower.
Lower.
Game 1, I'm gonna go lower.
See, I stay away from
Game one. Game one.
48.5.
But it is someone who. See, that's the problem.
They're in Denver though, right?
They're in Denver
Lakers.
going against the dudes that was talking that shit. So, you know what I mean? It might be one of those games where.
And then 26.5 points, higher or lower for Joker. That
It's
underdog be on that bullshit sometimes.
The problem is because it's game one, you don't know.
Right. This is a
Right?
guess.
I'm tending on saying go under. I'm gonna go lower. Go lower on it because, he didn't play a lot in preseason. Those boys are really gonna be tuned into him, right? And
Well, the last preseason game against the Clippers, he
barbecue them.
damn the triple-double them
Yeah.
people.
It's hard. It's hard because you can't read him.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You can't read him,
Great
so I stay away.
Yeah,
Facts.
There ain't no weird one around there, like 3 free throws.
So I think Michael Porter Jr., I don't know if it's still there, but it was 0.5 free throws made, higher or lower. But he don't really go to the basket like that, but I went higher because
I go higher.
just got to
Yeah,
make a free
higher.
throw.
Like I mean,
I
listen,
go higher on that.
Listen, I'm going.
Get the
You
little
gotta go.
1-3.
You gotta go higher. They might just foul you. Like
Shooting a three.
shooting
pass.
shooting a three or something. Like,
Maybe.
That's the
Clear
vision I
pass.
had in my head. And then you got Jamal Murray, 22.5 points. Higher, lower on that.
I'm gonna go higher.
I mean, he was cooking D'Lo in the playoffs, and I don't know if D'Lo.
I'm gonna go higher.
Higher. Yeah.
It all depends on how prideful like the Lakers are. Like that first quarter gonna tell you everything. If you the Lakers and all this shit y'all was talking,
Yeah,
at the
smacked.
end of the playoffs and this summer, if y'all don't come out and try to beat them by 30, don't need them.
That's
Don't
nothing
even.
else.
I don't even wanna. I mean, I'm still gonna come to your games, but I'm shit.
So let's talk a little bit about these Lakers. Obviously, they're on the other side now in Denver. Nuggets ring night, team that ended their championship hopes in the minimum amount of games needed to advance.
Ring nights.
Ring night, oh shit, ring night, everyone lose on ring night.
So,
Yeah, we got.
Lakers had a solid offseason. Much anticipation of how 38-year-old LeBron James will look. How does LeBron need to approach year 21 to get the most out of himself and this Lakers squad? Lexi, we'll start with you.
LeBron? I mean, 38, that's so insane that he's that old playing still at the level he's playing at. I really think he has to pace himself in some way, shape, or form, which doesn't mean that he has to, like, not play hard. But, I mean, what is the expectation? Do we expect him to play all the games? Do we expect him to play 60 games? Like,
About 66 would be.
Yeah. I think he should pace himself, but I think he should start off hot, get his team motivated, get Anthony Davis motivated, so when the time comes where he needs to, sit a game out or chill, the whole team is already going to be like hyped up for the season.
So we interviewed Lakers assistant Phil Handy last summer at Summer League, and he said when he first started, working with LeBron, he was a little taken aback because he felt like LeBron wasn't going his hardest during the season, but then come playoff time, he locked in 0 dark 30, and he said he had to hit him up and apologize just because he was like, yo, this dude is, not to say he was lazy, but like, so I think LeBron does understand the importance of trying to pace it.
So he was pacing last year to average 30?
It's LeBron, yeah.
He was pacing last year.
Disappointing 30 for LeBron.
I'm
expected.
I expect everyone, all media, to treat him just like you treated the rest of the greats at 38. Y'all didn't expect shit, all right? Y'all didn't expect shit from those greats, so you know what I mean? Like, if he's out there giving you 30, you should be grateful. If he scored more than 20, you should be grateful, right? Because if, where was Larry Bird at 38?
Back you out of me.
Magic, 38? Right. I mean,
what
did Kareem look like at 38? Yeah. Right, all the guys that, he's competing with, what did they look like at 38? So if you didn't expect shit from them and, whatever they did out there, you was just grateful for, whatever he do, grateful for. Don't say LeBron lost shit because y'all didn't say Kareem lost shit. It was all on Magic. It's all on AD right now. LeBron James get to go out there and just play. That's how I'm treating it. If he gives me 30, it's the best 30 I've ever seen from a 38-year-old. Woo! 38. 38. God damn it. 38. 39. Yes, sir.
So Kareem at 38, 23.4 points per game, 56% shooting. Show some respect to the one true GOAT.
He has what?
23.
23.4.
He's the second option? Yeah. First option is 23? Yeah.
At 38?
If LeBron averaged 23, oh, he getting booed. Oh my God, they're gonna kill him. This is why he ain't Jordan. Right, am I right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What do you think how should LeBron approach this season?
Like he has the last fucking 19. Yeah, the man trying to win.
They add more.
The man trying to win another championship.
Like, what more does he have to prove to everybody? I feel like he's the only player that everyone's like, all right, well, you're year 20. Well, here's a whole laundry list of things that you got to prove to us.
That's
to validate your greatness.
Because they're trying to
invalidate. They're trying to.
Because it's
for what?
So this is my thing with it. My whole argument. Like, two things can't, like, you can have your favorite thing, you can have your favorite, I can have my favorite, you can have your, why does it have to be this constant, like, why does it need to be somebody in this position? Like, why can't they all great. The dudes, they all have done their thing, man. Like, why try to discredit this man over his body of work? Okay, the numbers are what they are. The finals numbers are what they are, but they don't take away from it. And I've made the argument before, Mike 6-0, 6-0. But if I'm being honest in the moment, it don't take nothing away from what LeBron has accomplished whatsoever. Trust me, if I had the opportunity to play in fucking 8 finals, 9 finals, probably give him one of these toes that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would. Like, to be in this position, to be able to say they had the career that this man has had, and it's still going. And to continually try to find things to discredit him. Sad. Just says a lot about people, man.
The argument is like, okay, you know, you want to protect legacies, right? But you're not telling the whole story of the legacy of anyone, right? You know, when we talk about Michael Jordan, them years when he first came into the league, right? He got to be selfish. Before his first championship, he scored damn near 19,000 points before he got his first ring, right? There was no way the league was allowing Kobe to be selfish like that. They was not allowing LeBron to be selfish like that. So when you talk about championships, cool. But what ends up happening is you try to trump it and use Jordan's selfish years. Oh, he had 9 scoring titles. He got this MVP, all-star MVP. This you throw in all this extra stuff that you're not allowing anymore, right? Jordan got to be an individual because the league needed it at the time, right? They needed a face to say, this is who we are. So no one critiqued him losing. Just go out there and score 35, 37, 30. Do that. We need it. MVP. We'll give you MVP. We'll give you all these things, right? Which was needed then. But you can't use that against them and say, well, he ain't got 9 scoring titles. Well, he ain't got these MVPs. Well, he ain't got this and that. Like when you throw Michael Jordan in a player's face, what you're throwing is 6 rings. Right? 6 rings. This is to measure up to Michael Jordan, you need 6 rings. So when a young player comes into the NBA, like somebody like LeBron, and this is who you're measuring him up to, and a Kobe who you're measuring up to, 6 rings is in their mind. So they're not trying to be what James Harden got to do, right? They're sitting there like, all right, I need to try to find a way to win a championship now. LeBron James leaves to try to go win rings because that's what he, like, you guys are laughing because I ain't got no ring, not realizing Michael Jordan didn't win a ring till 27, right? Like Luka right now, if we follow Michael Jordan's, Luka gets 4 more years of doing whatever the fuck he wanna do, right? Before we even say, all right, time to win, right? But they're not gonna allow that shit. They're already saying, these are some pointless stats. Right? He ain't got no wins, he ain't got no money, he's pointless stats. Right? You sit there and do that shit to everyone, right? Like use this whole stat so we can sit there and like, all right, okay, he got 3 scoring titles his first year. All right, yeah, I don't want him. Let me be Kobe Bryant and James Harden my first 4 years and, give me some scoring titles, give me some, probably an MVP. And then later on, when I'm 27 years old, I can try to win and do that. But that's the only thing I don't like. That when you're making an argument, it's you're not using that one player allowed him to be selfish. When Kobe tried to be selfish and say, all right, well, I got the championships, I need some scoring titles. I ain't got no scoring titles. And as soon as he started getting a scoring title, it's like, yeah, nah, we're not giving you no MVP. You got to win. Like, oh, that's fucked up.
They move the goalposts.
Constantly.
Like, hey, how about this? Just like, let's just all just do it. Like, all right, we just gonna say, hey, Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan can't be taken off.
Yeah.
Point guard and shooting guard. Because we was in a league when LeBron came in. LeBron was Magic Johnson 2.0. He came in as a shooting guard though. But he's led his team in assists every year. He was Magic Johnson 2.0. Magic Johnson came into the NBA as a shooting guard. First 4, I know, they don't want to hear this. Magic was a shooting guard his first 4 years in the NBA, behind Norm Nixon. So if this is the prototype, why when he does all these stats, y'all remove him and put him in another category? So you put him under Jordan so he can't beat Jordan, then he can't take Magic out because it's not in that category. But if we put him where he's supposed to be, like y'all said, Magic 2.0, it'd be LeBron as the best point guard ever, Michael Jordan as the best shooting guard ever. But you want to put him at the 3, so I get it. You know what I mean? It's history, and you know, it's who built the league. Right? It is. It's like this is those 2 players is the one who built the league. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why they don't promote the '80s Jordan. I don't know why. Like when people talk about the '90s Jordan, yeah, that shit cool. Like, you know, the fadeaway, I'm posting up and doing all this back to the 1-2 dribble. That's cool. That's precise and you elegant. When you see highlights of the '80s dude, he looks unguardable.
That man was jumping in the air, waiting on you to go by and moving the ball before he hit the ground and shooting.
Like like when we talk about Jordan will score 40 in this era. Stop showing me that 96. I don't want him. No, that 87, that 87 Jordan. Yeah, he looked like he can't be guarded.
Yeah, he could.
I don't give a fuck what era
I
he
don't
in.
go with the narrative of the championships.
Because it's winning.
Give me the mic.
That's what I said.
Give me the mic with the hair. Give me the one that's on your shirt. Give me him.
Yeah, see that? Yeah.
Give me the one with the hair.
That one.
Give me the mic with the hair.
That dude right there.
Yeah, give me him.
That
man,
mic. That man sitting there. That right there. Like when I watched the 55 game in the Garden. Boring. Oh, this is boring basketball. And you know, like, 1-2 pull up, okay, you're gonna make all those, right? You know, John Starks, he playing defense like this, like why you keep getting beat? Because obviously all your momentum is on your toes, brother. Right? It's easy to burn past this. And then it's just 1-2 pull up, and I'm like, this ain't the Jordan that's here. And then I click online, and I see 80s, and I was like, yo, this is just. When you want to make an argument of who's the best ever, just show this dude.
MJ.
But they don't want to show losing.
Yeah.
They want to show winning.
Right.
And I'm telling you to convince us, Michael Jordan, to go, just show 87, 88. Just show the dude who averaged 35. Just show him, and trust me, we'll shut the fuck up because he was different.
Man, that was 35. And it was like poetry in motion. Just
Man, listen, the highlight.
37.
Yeah.
37.
Listen.
Yeah, the man that's 37, dog.
87, 80, that 80s Jordan.
37.
Like if I'm putting who's the best ever, is the 80s Jordan, LeBron, 90s Jordan, Kobe. Right now, that's what I'm doing. 87, yeah.
Yeah, Mike was different, man.
Yeah, that 96 Jordan ain't got shit on 87. 87 would kill 96 Jordan.
Let's talk about 2023 Anthony Davis.
Ooh.
AD, bro. LeBron had some high praise for AD during a recent interview.
AD's everything that this franchise could ever want and more. And I was definitely extremely happy and proud that he was able to get that extension too before the season started, just to lock him down even more years. He's one of the greatest bigs that played for this franchise for sure.
So in 4 seasons with the Lakers, Anthony Davis is averaging 25, 11, and 3 assists in 194 games. 2-time All-Star, 1-time All-Defense. Was an integral part of the Lakers winning the hardest championship in NBA history in the bubble. What are your expectations for Anthony Davis this season?
Is that sarcasm?
The hardest championship in
About the
NBA history? No, I'm a LeBron fan.
Hey,
We craft narratives on the show.
Hey, did you see him wearing his own shirt? Looney Tunes
tough.
with himself. That was tough, right? Yeah. What was your question again?
We're talking about Anthony Davis now.
We say the same thing about him every year. Be healthy, play hard.
But do we believe it this year?
I don't think we can because we got LeBron James.
I mean, the way he was saying that was like he hears the words are coming out of his mouth. In the back of his mind, he's like, I know I'm gonna have to do my thing for the majority of the season because he's not. I don't know. It's hard to when you have LeBron as a teammate. It's hard.
Well, Like, was they expecting him to say anything different?
No.
That's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
think
Like praise the
Reporters
fucking
ask the dumbest
like
question.
my thing, like the answer, like it's a thing. Like, oh no, I think he horse shit. He terrible this year. I don't
Right.
think he gonna play that many games. Shit, what y'all think?
Motivate.
Like he gonna say that?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Like, no, that's exactly what he's supposed to say.
Like I'm trying to figure out why is talking to media mandatory?
They ask the dumbest
It's the-
questions. What do you
How'd
thought
y'all lose
about
the
it?
game?
They score more points.
How'd you lose the game? You watched the same fucking game I watched, right? You was there. You know how we lost it, right? I tried to pass it to him. He fumbled that shit, right? Which means I'm not passing him tomorrow. But I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, we just made up. Like I'll just say some dumb shit. Like we know.
If you didn't have me to talk to and ask these questions, what would you write? Go write that shit. Go write that. Cause I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah.
They used to hate that shit. Oh, I tell them in a minute. You fuck with you, right? I'm not gonna read it no way.
I think they think we care. We're all like, let the NBA take off mandatory.
Yeah.
Speaking to the
media.
I don't think
Media.
a single player will
What?
talk.
What? Only people who are gonna talk is disgruntled.
Nobody gonna be seeking out the media like, hey, can you bring media back, please?
They're gonna be like sources. Nah, it was him. He the only one talking. Damn. No, serious, because it's one of those things where it's like, where do they stuff go? Today.
TV and the internet, Gil.
I've never seen a quote from like,
Twitter mostly.
oh, so it's on Twitter? I've never seen a quote
From the
Or
articles
from
and
an article, they pull their
Like-
2 sentences that piss people
unless they're
off.
on a panel, like when they're doing their national panel, but like a beat writer. When was the last time I seen a beat writer comment?
We give B writers some love.
Those from the beat writers?
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, I've seen a few up here.
Gil,
From the player.
Beat writer.
But the player, it's a player's voice, or it's just the beat writer saying something.
B writers writing down what he asked the player in the question or the response that was given to him. Meanwhile,
It's different now because it's so much access through social medias now. You really don't. They got people that work for the team that's actually doing that part of it. So it kind of takes away a little bit from a guy. Just say like when Mark Spears was working with the Nuggets with us, we always was around. I don't think I could be, but you had his. They probably don't have that. You know what I'm saying.
No, they probably had that. They still do.
Just one maybe, but not like it was. It used to be 3 or 4 guys where you knew.
Depending how big the market is.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
it's
you knew
everybody.
like, okay, he worked for this paper, he worked for this paper, he worked for that paper.
You got the Zoom interviews, people calling
Yeah.
in from across the country.
Like it's like. I said it before. Like in this social media space, right? Everyone's their news. If everyone's news, but you're in the locker room every day, how come you don't know shit about these players? How come you don't know nothing about these players? Players go on a podcast and talk to other players, and that's the first time you find out some shit about them, but you've been the beat writer for 8 years.
Not asking the right question.
But they never ask the right question.
That's why they got to come to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog.
Like
Fantasy.
it's like you.
And what it is, it would do well.
Antagonizers.
But it would do well because it's something different than the average question that's being asked all the time.
You're antagonizing, like, you know, the media, the reason you can't get stuff from these players because you're antagonizers, right? You're looking for drama. Mm-hmm. You're not looking for, like, about my life. You want to care, like, oh, this person said, you know, they're thinking about this. Oh, how's this? Like, you trying to get me to react so you can put it in the paper, and then, or you want me and him to fight, or that's all they're in there doing. Yeah. You know, as soon as the game's over with.
I would ask, what happened in that last play?
Yeah.
You missed the last shot, and so take us through that last moment. Like, bitch, can I take a shower first? Let me, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, first of all, I thought they're supposed to come in here like 15, 30 minutes, but like this should be 30 minutes. Let me calm down first. If not, if y'all want real action, Soon as we get off, bring them in. I guarantee you'll get a whole lot of the shit you really want to hear. Come on in soon as the game is over with, and I'm going to give you everything you want to hear.
Yeah, we had a dude in Denver that was trying to like corner the rookies and stuff like that, try to get dirt. And
we don't even have locker room.
And I used to see that shit and go ape shit crazy on him. I used to go crazy on him in the locker room. I don't know if he's still working with me or not. I used to go crazy on him. Like, lose my shit on him in the locker room. Like, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody we know what you over there doing. He be over there with the rookie trying to...
Yeah, who was out late last night?
Yeah, all that dumb
No,
shit.
for real.
Man, like, really, dude?
So let's keep this thing moving. Let's talk about this Suns-Warriors game. Another great show, Gil. The season is here. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use promo code GIL. They'll match your first deposit up to $500, and you get that special AD pick'em if you get down with us. But tonight was supposed to be the night the Suns debuted their new big three, but it's looking like Bradley Beal will be out with a back injury, and Devin Booker's 50-50 with a toe injury. Draymond Green will also miss the game with an ankle injury, but he's been on Gilligan's Island, so he gets a pass. The league has made stars playing more games this season a bigger emphasis, saying they want to create a culture where players strive to play 82 games. How big of an issue is the Suns potentially missing two of their big three on opening night for the league?
Starting off great.
I'm so not impressed with how the league does they roll out for games. We're in 2023 and you have no buildup, right? This is like you're giving the matchup that you think is going to be popping to get the NBA season going. Like it just that's the only thing that ever irked me, right? That's like the 97, the 96 Bulls, the 98 Bulls, they beat Jazz, and then the first game of the season is Jazz and Bulls. Like, no, like, build that up. Like there's one of your teams that's supposed to be a finals team could possibly start the season off 0-2. Right? Who does the Suns have, who after this?
Lakers on Thursday.
Well, so one of them can possibly go 0-2, best case scenario, 1-1. So, and it means like, so your top four teams that people are looking for to be really, you having them taking losses, and I just don't, like, what kind of business you running? Stack them up with them sorry ass teams that run through them real quick. Go ahead, get your stats up. Go ahead, like that's.
Say that match up for Christmas Day.
Oh, so you prefer them to like put the good teams with the not so good teams.
So like LeBron versus Wemby for.
Oh.
You're not rolling with LeBron versus Wemby?
Oh.
Yo, that's gonna do nothing.
LeBron versus the Hawks. You got you got Denver versus them.
But do you think they're doing
Houston.
this because
like
no matter who wins, it's gonna be like, well, they lost to. Because imagine if LeBron comes out against the Hawks and they lose.
That's the fucking problem. We set it up for him to win.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think they set up these games to where no matter if they win or lose, ain't nobody really gonna have an opinion about it?
What sounds better on a nice TNT game? The 12-1 Denver Nuggets versus the 13-2 Lakers.
Yeah, sure.
Versus Lakers 7-7, right? Because you done loaded the goddamn schedule. Now they got to make a comeback at the end of the season, right? It just.
How we feel about Lakers Nuggets starting at 4:30 Pacific time?
Disgusting.
And as I said,
we bring in all the viewers, and we got to shorten our day.
That's what I'm saying.
4:30 is. First game of the NBA season starts at 4:30.
4:30 on the what?
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday when everybody on the West Coast get off of work.
They're not even at home yet.
Well, shit, we get off early.
But we'll be at home.
I'm just saying.
5 o'clock usually.
Shit, I don't know. I'll be running errands and stuff after this. I might not be home.
I'm in the middle of my nap. People picking their kids up from school. Like, that's just to say, it's just that, airhead. This is airheadish, man. It's all airheadish, man. Like someone's giving y'all algorithms that just ain't it.
Yeah, that's a weird start time.
Let's say hypothetically, we know Bill should be out. Let's say D-Book. I feel like he'll play, but let's say he doesn't. Unless we've gotten to update that. I don't know since we've been on the air. But will we see KD at point tonight?
Just like we see Giannis at point, I get the rebound, go. I mean, this ain't 1980, dude.
Yo, I just asked the question.
This ain't 1980,
I just asked the mildly difficult question.
I'm saying we give it to the point guard and he walks it up the court and then does a whole little back down. They set the size. We're gonna go ahead, set the pick, and he gonna come across the lane, post it up. We're gonna pass it in. We're gonna cut on through, going on to the weak side. They're not gonna go with you because you can't shoot. Like that's not offense no more, man. Everybody can dribble, man. Our Patrick Ewing these days ain't got to go down there. He can get it. What's happening?
Is yes, Josiah.
Well, yes.
So that was your very, very
yes, man. Yes. I'm just trying to, man.
Gilbert Arenas way of saying.
I'm just saying,
yes,
man. Like, come on. Like, stop these 1980 questions, man. Let's go. Run a point. Everybody can run a point here. We don't have point forward. We got point everything. We got point everything, man. Wimby out this motherfucker like, what's happening, y'all? You know what I mean? I ain't got to give it to the point guard. I do that too.
So Booker apparently said that he will play tonight, so I'm sure Adam Silver got on the phone.
That would have been bad.
Get your ass out there. So let's talk about the Warriors a little bit. Shams reporting that Chris Paul may come off the bench. What will we see differently from Chris Paul that we haven't seen prior in his career?
So who's starting? Oh, was he starting in the preseason?
Yeah, he was starting preseason. They said maybe Kuminga or Gary Payton.
He did start one game, right? Kuminga started one game.
Yeah, Clay, we got that. Wait, he can't start anyway. Who's he going? Wait, I just thought about it.
Draymond's not playing.
Draymond's out with the ankle.
No, I mean even if it was the regular season and nobody was hurt, it's going to be what? Clay and Curry,
Looney.
Wiggins,
Looney and
Draymond.
So no Draymond tonight.
Okay, I'm just saying, but
okay.
So he's coming off the bench. He would be coming off the bench anyway.
So is that going to be his?
So if he's coming off the bench and Draymond's not there, obviously he's coming off the bench. Were they gonna start him when Draymond get back?
Get him playing that role now.
Yeah, go and get comfortable.
I mean, they had him starting games in the preseason. I know it's just a preseason; it doesn't matter.
Man,
I mean, do we
guess what?
want to play starter minutes?
We gonna see.
Yeah.
I mean,
one thing we gonna do, we gonna find out.
Play all them starter minutes. He might be more efficient. He might.
I like.
Healthy. I don't know.
It makes sense for how Chris Paul plays the game and how he maximizes average talent. Like when people talk about he's not the best point guard, he shouldn't be considered in the top 5. They're not taking in the fact that what he did with mediocre teams, right? That New Orleans team was mediocre. When he went to OKC, that team was some horse shit, right? He maximized average players, made some of them all-stars, made some of them look better than what they are. You know, that was his point guard skills, right? Making, like when you say, I made someone better, he gets to actually say that, right? Because he didn't play with a whole bunch of real top-tier talents, right? He made some of those guys look like, and when he did have talent, there was a clash because most of the talent, star players didn't want to give up the ball when he was at his expertise, right? And that was the problem. Like, he's an expert last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes, I'm giving him the ball because he's going to average 0.2 turnovers for his career in that time frame. That means I'm going to get a good shot every time down during the most important time in the game, right? And you know, that was his skill. That's why when people put him in the top 5, that's why you put him in the top 5. You're not put him on top 5 because he did all this and he was flashy. No, because he controlled the game. When you talk about the purity of a point guard, that's who you're talking about.
He's that.
Right? How are you not protecting that, right? The purity, the John Stockton, right? What made John Stockton great? Chris Paul beat him in turnover assist ratio. Right, that's who he's competing with. And then you have Matt. Those are the purity of the basketball if you want to try to protect it.
True.
But what do I know? I was the scorer.
This is your arena, Gil.
I was busting their ass.
Yeah.
You do keep us all gainfully employed, so know a little bit. So Kenny, I want to ask you, how important are the first 10 games of the season for a team?
Yeah, it's 10 to 20, but 10, you don't want, it's a big difference, man. To Gil's point he was making about not having teams play certain teams early. Starting 7-8-2, 7-3 versus 4-6, 3-7 is yeah. Then you have something to build on them next 10. So now if you 3-7, you're like, oh shit, we got to get to it.
Yeah.
But you starting 8-2, you able to we dropped 2 in a row. It ain't the worst thing now. Okay, now we got to get it back. But you start the other way, it's like hey, the sense of urgency needs to kick in a lot sooner. You can't ease into these next 5 or 7. If you go on a road trip, so you might have a tough road trip after them first 10.
Yep.
So guys sitting out there, guys may be hurt, man. It is what it is. You can't force guys to play if they're hurt. Injuries, you don't want to have lingering things throughout the year. If it's a minor toe thing with people, you probably won't get it taken care of. If Bradley Beal's back is messed up right now, you want to take care of it. You don't want to have those lingering things, but you need to win now. And winning is a learned behavior. So you can take them first 10 to stretch it to the first month of the season. I'm saying just those games are, but I think the first 10 to 20 games are the most important games of the season to learn how to win and to build certain characters for your team, rotations, all those things matter.
That's why I hate to be. I hate that, man. I just hate that. What the fuck is wrong with y'all up there? Like, it's like that.
Yeah, they're scheduling.
Like, do you not know basketball, right? You know ratings. You don't know basketball. Like, when the season starts, in a sense, everyone's on the same playing field, right? Like, your better teams later on can get beat at the beginning of the season because they're still trying to get their legs, right? So, Jokic, LeBron, Curry won't play much in preseason. Wemby and all of them will, right? Because they, so them young guys are going to be playing more. So the young guys will be more in shape. They'll be more fine-tuned so they can beat a team early, right? And then by the time everyone gets their legs, everybody got their legs, right? So if you start off 4-6, yeah, that can end up, 6-15, and now you got to climb back out towards the end of the season when players are trying to rest.
And everybody following that theme too. It's a whole theme like college football as well. You got 4 playing 5 the first week of the season, so now you're national champion. Now you fighting to get back in the national championship picture because you got a loss early.
Yep.
The NFL, they put division teams against division teams the first 3 weeks of the season. Like normally division games would decide who's gonna win the division later in the season. Like those games where people really. So it's this trend in sports that's it takes away from.
It takes away from the bit. Like it's like, are you not watching just life? You know what I mean? When we boxing, right? That 20-0 versus the 30-0. We all going to see that.
Yeah.
Right. We going to see that because it built up. Right, if you have them both start off their career 1-1, and all right, one of y'all gonna take an L, right? Like no, you gotta build up matchups.
Yeah.
Like OKC and Chet, right? I'm not the first 10 games of the season. I don't need y'all playing against each other, right? Chet, I don't need you playing. I'm not even like. I'm gonna let you know. I'm not gonna play. Them against Embiid early. You're not gonna play against Giannis early. You're not gonna be playing against Jokic early. Hell no, I give you Rudy Gobert. Hey, go and get a couple of you. Get you some Rudy. hey, you might play Rudy 3 times in motherfucking November. Wemby, I seen what you did with Rudy when you was 17.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you him 3 times. Get your confidence. Get your confidence up. Like, come on, this is my business.
What's a better scenario? A team overachieving in the 10 or a team underachieving in the 10? Like, if this is your team, which scenario would, like, you prefer? So say, like, OKC, for example. People don't think...
I'd rather you overachieve.
Overachieve.
Because with a team like them, just like with a SAC, right? When players have confidence, that confidence itself keeps them up, right? They might not have the talent. You're like, hey, how they winning? Because of the confidence, they got off to a really good start, and they now really believe that they can compete.
Right.
Versus a team that, you take 4-5 early losses, man, here we go again.
Yeah.
Another season. Like, they quit, right? Like, right here, they quit. And you're like, yo, why? I thought this season they already quit. That first 10 games, they're like, shit.
Yeah, it's the same story.
We got 290, you started hearing that. We got 296 more days. Right? They like, dog, come on, right? They fucking start off the season. You start off the season 0-5. They already talking about next season.
It's tough.
That's a tough one. But let's talk about this season. So I got y'all here. You're all knowledgeable hoopers. We're talking about predictions. So I'm going to go through. I want y'all to give me your pick for each one of these predictions. So who will win MVP this season? And I'll just read off. Based on the odds right now, the order is Joker, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Embiid, Steph, KD, SGA, Devin Booker.
Giannis.
Lexi, who you feeling?
I'm going to go with Jason Tatum.
Okay.
That's a good one, too.
Nicola.
Joker gets another MVP.
I think so.
It's gonna be. That's what I said. That we can just throw it out there because of how they roster look. It's gonna be the two big men. It's gonna be the two big men for sure. Mm-hmm. And if the third one can get his team over the top, it's gonna be him. And the fact that if Philly starts off hot with not having James Harden, that throws him catapult. Jason Tatum is gonna be in the running because he's gonna average about 28, and his team is gonna be nice too. So. You can put your money. I go to Vegas. Hey, listen, go to Vegas. Put 10 grand on all four of them. Trust me, you hitting.
Yeah, somebody.
You hitting.
You gonna make bread though.
You
gonna win one of them.
Yeah.
Until Anthony Edwards rises like the Phoenix. No, I'm just kidding. They won't let him win this year. When he comes to the Lakers, might be a different story.
Listen, you can't tell a man who come out and play how he play. You know what I mean? With players like that, it's all about, that's what I said, it's all about getting off to a good start, what puts your name in that rotation early.
Yeah.
So let's move on to most improved. Who'll be the most improved player this season? Right now, the odds are Mikal Bridges, Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Jordan Poole, and Sengun.
Oh, I had Cade Cunningham in my...
But, so that's just the list somebody put together?
Odds, people who are breaking bread.
So what if you put somebody on the list that's not on the list?
Oh, you can. I'm just telling you who.
I know. So
what do you win then?
15.
It's 450 people in the NBA. They pick 7.
I picked Tyler Hero. That's my pick.
There's 450 players.
You know, he averaged 20 last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my pick.
Okay.
You say the best scorer?
What if he come out averaging 30?
Then he okay, so Maxey averaged.
Not a chance.
I had Cade Cunningham in my thought, but because he's on the list, I wanted to pick someone different.
Oh, those are just the. This is just the odds.
Maxey averaged 15, so if he averages 22, that's +7. Usually anything that's like +7 to 9, that's usually your winner.
So Jordan Poole goes from 20 to 30.
You got to go 20 to 30.
Oh shit, I forgot about Jordan Poole.
That's why I said he averaged 20 last year, so
Oh, he definitely gonna average. He gonna at least average 27, 28 points.
Yeah, so then if he averages 27, 28, he's gonna be the runner.
Do they take winning into consideration for most improved?
Not really. It's
Not as
it's usually whoever has the biggest plus. It's whoever has the biggest plus.
I'm going Ben Simmons.
Ooh.
Nice choice.
Ooh, because he didn't average shit last year.
Literally. Anything he does puts him in the running.
Sneaky ass.
He just played most improved.
I'm going Ben Simmons.
He averaged 7.
Don't they go by your?
Would that be
your
most
thought
improved or
process?
comeback player of the year? Or could he get the double?
Is that a
Double.
That's a thing.
Wait, comeback player of the year? What the fuck is that?
Double up.
Wait, that's an award.
But most improved though.
Comeback player.
They used to have it back in the day.
Yeah,
7, 6, and 6. If he
Yeah.
if
He
he
definitely
averages
If he playing
14, 7, and 7, he wins.
I think he averaged double figure points and rebounds.
Oh yeah, then that's
okay.
Ben Simmons award.
Wait, ooh, let's say we got to say that one.
He averaged a double-double. He averaged a double-double.
That's a good one.
And he averaged 6, 7 assists a night.
Dang, that's a good one.
So let's move on to Rookie of the Year. Who we got?
Wemby.
Do we really believe that though?
Yes.
Okay.
Nah.
Put your money on it.
Because
Dude, opportunity meets stat. Opportunity meets the new NBA.
So Wemby,
he can lose to Chet because Chet will probably average a double-double, right?
Okay.
red shirt rookie though.
And the problem with Wemby is he act like he 5'7". He leaking out. Like
He be
like
gone.
that ball go up, he gone. Like it's like it's like he
not
must
a
got
guard.
like his where he played at the center must have been 7'9".
Yeah.
Because ain't no damn way. There ain't no damn way. His
He be leaked out.
natural thing is that I've never seen a 7-footer has fast break layups as much as him, and it's only been preseason. Like,
there.
God, like this man just goes and goes.
he could test to keep going.
Right, so it's one
Every
of those.
time.
It's one of those things where he's gonna, like, to really win the award. You got to do what they call other people. You got to stat chase. Defensive rebounds, right? Defensive rebounds. You're gonna have to consciously think that I got to stay in the pocket and grab everything, versus leaking out
What if
because
he scores way more than Chet though? What if Chet's
And averaging
15 and 10, and then
yeah,
Wemby got
like
20,
Chet is going because Chet
20.
rebounds.
And he averaging 24 this year. What if he averaged 24 and Chet averaged a double-double?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Wemby
saying.
getting it easy.
Like if Chet averages 17 and 11, Wemby averages 24 and it looked like it's gonna be like 24 and 7, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Oh, Wemby, Wemby's getting it if that's
24 and 7, 17.
Depends
It's,
on
league
how the
love
Thunder
scoring.
do too.
and I think Wemby can fuck around and lead the NBA in blocks. He can fuck around and be
Wasn't he averaging, like 3 or 4?
a block leader. He can be a block leader and defensive team. Because you know how they
Yeah,
go
he's
by.
I think if he leads the league in blocks, that will trump the defensive rebounding thing.
Yeah. 7 rebounds, 3 blocks.
All right.
Like tough blocks too. Like he getting a stop, then he blocking the shot. He's not
Yeah.
waiting to paint.
Yeah, and this is
Block
going to be
shot.
interesting.
That doesn't say if we looking at some players that's gonna be stat chasing, Chet and Wemby, do y'all thing. Let's see what y'all got. Be out there like Karolinko. 5, like that. I want to see some shit. 5 assists, 5 steals. I really want to see what your max is because he can be a rookie on the defensive team because their defensive metric is usually defensive rebounds. For some reason, that's defense now. Defensive rebounds and blocks.
Steals. Yeah.
Yeah, defensive rebounds.
All right, so give me your NBA Finals predictions, and I need to know who's winning the chip.
I'm going. I probably already said it, so I'm gonna contradict one before, but I do like Suns and Boston.
Ooh.
Like
I
that
got
can-
Boston too.
That can be like real. That can be real entertaining. NBA, that can be real entertaining. Like really entertaining.
All lives matter.
You got like scoring. You got like scoring
gonna
to
be
the
a
next
lot of
level.
scoring.
Like there's gonna be some games where like 2 people, 3 people on that court can have 40 each. Like there were some games where KD got 39, Devin Booker got 41, Bill had like 20, 30, and you go to double overtime, and Jason Tatum got 50, whoa, shit! Ah, shit, no defense, yes. No defense. Everybody get cooked.
Lexi, who's
I'm
your finals prediction?
going Denver Celtics.
Ooh.
Because even though you like all the scoring, I just don't think they got enough to beat Denver.
I'm not mad at that too, you know. I'm not mad at that too. You know, Denver ain't like that. They ain't doing that on defense.
Denver Bucks.
Mm.
Who wins that?
Celtics win.
Ooh.
Celtics
Denver's
win.
Bucks.
Denver Bucks. I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, so much.
Denver Bucks. Oh man.
I think Bucks.
They complement each other, but I'm gonna go.
That's gonna be Dame's first finals, right?
I'm gonna go Bucks because the reason I'm gonna go Bucks is because Middleton is more reliable than Michael Porter
And
as a third option.
Giannis don't have to guard Nikola.
Yeah, he can be that.
You can
You can hide him, let him keep his energy,
block shots weak side, let him roam, help, be.
knowing that Gordon's coming to you.
All right, last question.
Yeah, that's.
What's your wildest prediction for the NBA season?
The wildest
What's
prediction?
the wildest? You can be out there with this one. It don't need to come true.
The wildest prediction that Adam Silver show us the coaches voting all-star list. We want to see what them coaches vote.
LeBron wins MVP.
That's not wild.
I think it's
very-
wild.
He averaged 30 last year.
But he
Very
didn't
tough.
win.
Okay. Oldest MVP in NBA history?
Win.
He averaged 30 last year.
But he didn't win MVP.
Okay.
He wasn't even in like the final conversation of the MVP.
Yeah, because it gets them closer to Jordan, obviously.
So that's
But
why
they not
it's
gonna
a
do
wild
that.
prediction.
They're not going to do that.
That's why it's a wild prediction.
Here goes some wild shit for you. Mark Cuban finds a way to get Joel Embiid in Dallas.
Sixers fans
And they ain't going to win.
still don't make the playoffs. No.
Because you're going to have Joel Embiid, Luka, and Kyrie. God damn.
Mark Cuban would be a go on.
No, a wild prediction is Heat make the playoffs.
Who makes the playoffs?
Miami Heat. That'd be crazy as hell.
That they don't make it or
They do.
Oh,
Damn, Gil.
Why is that?
Ain't no damn way that sorry ass team go back playoffs again.
the eighth seed make it.
again, like yeah, again, like y'all.
Pat said he believe in Jimmy.
Oh, no, I believe in Jimmy too, but but to make the playoffs again, like
But they give them 10 slots to fucking get in. They can be the fucking 10th
That's
seed.
true. If they make it to the play-in, they gonna win the play-in.
Come on, you can be mediocre as fuck and still have a chance.
yeah, that'd be wild.
We're going to talk
Without the
some Heat
play-in.
tomorrow.
Playoff without the play-in.
Like there ain't no way, man. They got a year older, ain't got nobody there. Ain't no damn.
And they lost some pieces.
And they lost some pieces that
Yeah, to help them.
ain't no damn way.
Yeah, the Gabe Vincent thing. Yeah,
Yeah, all that.
Oh, both of them, right?
Jaime Jaquez,
Yeah, all them role players that you paying $400,000 to. Nah, nobody
got here, boy.
I forgot
Nobody going
they
for that.
left.
Jaime Jaquez.
This goddamn boy is a homer like no other.
You tell me Jaime's not going to have a good year?
I don't know.
Jaime Jaquez.
Who the hell is that?
With
You'll
UCLA.
see. You'll see.
No, he's talented, but
What pick?
what rookies have played well in Miami?
You got drafted?
Yeah, he did. He first round.
Oh, the first round draft pick.
Yeah, he's solid. Don't get me wrong. Athletic, shooting well.
Oh yeah.
He ready.
He's 25 too, ain't he?
He did about 4 years of mid-crony. He built for anything.
Grown ass man, he about to retire, man.
He like 22.
He can go though.
Damn,
He
man.
can go. I saw him in high school. He played in high school out here. I saw him in high school. He was sneaky.
You played in high
Wait,
school?
don't they
No,
have that kid?
I seen
played
him
really
playing in
well
high school. He played against
He
KJ
was?
in high school.
Ujovic.
He played KJ in high
He's in Miami.
Played against KJ in high school.
Rookie year?
He played against KJ in high
Ninth
school.
grade? His ninth grade year?
No, it's later years, but he still went. Yeah, he
And they
got
got
some-
the
He can go,
little
though.
foreign dude.
he can go.
They got the little
Jovic?
foreign player.
Man, I'm gonna just be honest, man.
We talking.
How do
Yeah,
you
they was
feel
AC
about
last
you?
year. They got
You 25, bro. I'm sorry.
He can go though.
I don't give a fuck.
He ready for Miami though.
You can go in college because you was 25.
But he ready.
He's not 25. He's 22 years old.
I'm just talking shit.
Man is 22.
22, shit. By 22, you're supposed to be an all-star in this league.
Everybody's path is different, yeah.
Well, KJ 22, he going into his 4th year.
Huh?
KJ 22 and he going into his 4th year.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he different. He different.
Okay, now think about it for the dub, right? It usually takes about 3 years to get acclimated, right?
Yeah.
Same metrics we have, right? So the younger you come in, no matter what, it's going to take you 3 years. So if you come in at 18, 21, you figured it out. Now think about if everybody in the dubs is starting their stats at 18 and they're turning it over by 21. You see what kind of records they'd be breaking?
Right.
Same thing in the NBA. Kids coming in at 18, 19, by the time they're 21, they're already an all-star. And if they're really legit, they probably an all-star their 2nd year, right? And now all those stats, they get to just build.
Yeah.
And that's what LeBron advantage was for him, and that's the same advantage that Luka has.
And LaMelo Ball.
And
And all these guys,
yeah.
Stacking numbers.
I mean, when you're talking about like evolving, it's them stats. Like when we hear 55, like, oh shit, 55, we want to go see. Like those are the things you got to try to change to make, 55.
It's gonna fall on deaf fucking ears to most people and shit. Like, what I had a problem with, like this space we in that we do, and everybody, they do it for everybody. It ain't just us, media people. If you're gonna take shit from people's shows and clips, take the whole fucking segment or the whole statement instead of just taking bits and pieces. And because I understand clickbait, that's what people want to see, but take the whole thing.
You know that's not how it works.
It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna fall on deaf ear, but but give people the whole context. So because it's a lot of people with impartial facts and giving opinions and shit on impartial facts.
Oh yeah, we've
all the time.
felt guilty to that.
Yeah. With your whole beef with the people in
Not mine.
But the general, but just getting pieces of stories and fucking running with it. Like
which beef?
Just have the due diligence to look into something.
Yeah, if you're gonna make an opinion about something,
look into it.
Look into it. That's all.
People don't do that.
And people don't look in it.
Not at all. They just.
And
he said
they act like
this.
they gotta dig deep. It's like one click away, one Google search away.
And that's been my key on how I barbecue media, right? Because I'll say something, they'll just hear a bit, and then they'll come at me, and then it's like, you're coming at me for this? Oh my God. And then I just give you the whole laydown, and then now you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Because I think everyone thinks I troll, right? For the most part, but it's factual trolls. I just throw it in a different way for you to jump so I can smack you with it again, right? And I don't think everyone's understand. Like if I'm gonna say it, I've did the research, did this, I done talked like, people don't, when I was going at the 80s, when I was early, I was talking to 80s players, a bunch, right? Listening to their story, hearing those, he did what? Because I want the information because I don't know it and, the media's not gonna say. So I'm asking players who were there, so I have all the information, listen to that. I have all the information of what was going on. So when I say it, I'm loaded. I'm loaded.
He hits me sometimes like, nah, Gil missed that one.
Oh, he does?
Like the Magic, he said Magic played a lot of point guard, even though Norm was supposed to be the point. That Magic played more point than shooting guard early on.
Oh, no, I'm sure because he couldn't shoot. But, like something like that, right? They'd be like, oh, he said Magic couldn't shoot. And then they go look at the stats and get you. But, but then, it was a 1-2 system, right? Norm led in assists, Magic was there, but you got two players 1 and 2 averaging 19 together.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, if you're a general manager, a good one, you're like, Norm is a guard, Magic is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we need to. I'm gonna put the ball in his hands and make him the point guard because this is what he did in college and he can see over the defense, so it made more sense. I'm surprised it took 4 years before they just said, all right, you're the point and we're gonna bring in just a guard who can play defense, shoot, and he can just stick to point guard.
I had a conversation with somebody last night about your fact checking and when you say stuff, it's fact based and research based. So I was having this conversation last night. What Gil was talking about yesterday? The people call me all the time. Man, that shit real? They be talking about it on the show. It got to be hot. It got to be there all the time. Like I'm like, no, it's fact check. Most stuff that Gilbert says is fact check, man. He ain't just ranting and he didn't look the shit up. Trust me.
And I just think that they haven't even when I played, they don't understand. Like, you guys want to make me wrong so bad, so I don't need to jump out there. You're gonna do it for me, right? I'm gonna just say something loud and then do the small words like, hey, I'm better than Steph before the age of 25, right? Knowing that you're just gonna take this part and run with it, and then when y'all start trying to get me, and then you listen to the whole thing, and then you're gonna be like, oh, maybe he was right.
Maybe he does know basketball.
You know, it just
Maybe just a little.
Well, let's move on to Mostly Fans, our last segment of the day, to kick off this NBA season opening tip-off with this very early Lakers-Nuggets game at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time.
That's right now.
It started already.
They're on the court already. They're warming up.
They warming up right now.
We eat lunch and watch the game.
Walk-in tunnel fits in 10 minutes.
So, first question comes from friend of the show, ballhead Lou Will. Who's going to take a bigger step for the Lakers this season, Rui, Reeves, or AD?
I guess we all saying we hope AD does.
I think that's the obvious choice in this. Be more consistent, play more game, be available. I think will be the biggest factor for the masses, for the people who.
Like there's the big two. If Reeves or Rui becomes like a really what they average in the playoffs, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, Reeves almost.
That was all right.
Yeah,
that was all right. You know, 20 or 17? I'm like, okay, you know. So if Rui really steps up and Reeves steps up, I think we really got something cooking. Combine them both.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Combine them both. You know.
Yeah, I think AD is the obvious answer. So I think those two stepping up would be huge for the Lakers.
And it feels like AD's bigger step is just being consistent. Come on, AD, we need you. 70 games, big fella. So question number 2 comes from underdog username Fully Loaded CEO. Will Wemby have a better career than Duncan? That's them asking. I merely conduit.
I'm not answering that, man.
Nope. Individually, possibly. The medals.
You're not getting 5 rings?
No, because Duncan came into a team that was already loaded. You know, they was 1, 2, 3 every year, then had a really bad year, got the number 1 pick, and boom, everyone's healthy. Woo, champions, right? So, you know, who cares?
Underdog user, Fully Loaded CEO.
Better than.
No. Maybe individually. Because we've never seen a player like Wemby before. So I think like the oohs and ahs of his game are going to be a little bit more memorable. But as far as the body of work and impact on the game, I don't think he's going to.
Ask me a question in 3 years.
He can average 30. I don't think Tim Duncan got that high.
So our last question is a video question from underdog user JB25. Let's roll that video.
How you doing, the JB25? I have one question for y'all. Outside of basketball, what other sport would you guys excel in? And what position would you play if it's a team sport?
Okay. Outside of basketball, what other sport would you excel in and what position would you play?
Okay, I was a football player first. I was a quarterback who ran all the time.
I knew you were going to say that.
Until I got cracked, and then I quit, right? And then I ran track, so I was a 100 runner and a 400 bar runner.
Not fucking with the 200?
No, I was speed and longevity.
Kenya, how about yourself?
Played football, baseball, basketball growing up. Pick one.
You're nice in all of them?
Fucking athlete. One of the best athletes athlete though. First base, pitcher, tight end, defensive end in football, catch everything. Ran a 4.6 40 at 6'6".
Shit.
Sophomore year in high school. Mean-tempered, playing defense.
Wait, so why don't you
playing defense?
Why don't you stay with football? I
grew 2.5 more inches, 3 inches. I grew 3.
True.
Absolutely, 1,000%. 1,000%. Like, I was 6'6" as a sophomore. In high school, I was 6'6", and I grew. Football was.
Like, how about yourself?
Tennis.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I played when I was younger. I just didn't like the being alone all the time.
Yeah.
So I was playing basketball and tennis at the same time. So I really liked the being on a team.
The mental of the tennis is like, people don't realize 3.5 hours. You're just
it's
going
hard,
back
and it's hot outside, and the coaches are mean, and they scream at you.
Yeah.
Conditioning is insane. So yeah, wasn't
I'm
for
trying
me.
to get my daughter to pick up a racket.
Man, it comes right. Man, you got to be rich to play that sport.
Yeah.
Them lessons, like I Googled.
I got somebody willing to train her.
Over $500 an hour, huh?
Got to court their house.
Oh.
I told it.
They got a court at
If I
their
stuck
house.
with tennis, I'd probably be a millionaire
I had to
by
call
now.
that, man. Like, this ain't Serena Williams here, right? Like, oh, $500 for an hour? Nah, nah. Basketball court free.
Yeah, the people got in one of them houses over in Chatsworth. You got the nice lots, got a tennis court in them. Yeah, they former pro. Was around, I know, but she has no interest in it, so.
It's a hard sport.
Yeah.
Mentally, for a kid, yeah.
And my baby them had to, I went to a 4th grade girls basketball game yesterday. Oh, it's the best shit ever.
Girls basketball?
Girls, 4th grade. Yo, the fucking referee called 3 seconds on these kids, man, like 7 times, dog.
No.
Oh, yeah.
In the 3 seconds, the kid,
They don't even
Come on,
call
man.
3 seconds in the
they don't even
league.
call it in 3 seconds in the league.
Travel.
Okay, I get them calling certain things. Traveling a double dribble you teach. 3
seconds?
Come on, Gil. 4th grade girls, their first time playing team.
No, that's what makes it funny.
Yo, the
3
referee
seconds is crazy.
called 3 seconds, man. Then he called, the little girl drove to the basket, man. He called offensive foul, dog. It wasn't nowhere near it. Listen, man, the girl went by and brushed the girl's shoulder. Like, you're older, though. It was a mistake, Euro. She didn't even mean to do it. The girl was just standing around. She's like, oh, she in the way. She brushed her, made it.
Oh, you're in the way.
This dude said, he called charge, man. I said, come on, man.
They just be trying to.
So we calling that, we might as well start calling it like the NBA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had a blast, though,
Youth
man.
officiating.
4th grade girls basketball. This man called 3 seconds like 5, 6, 7 times, dog.
That's not good.
All the parents in the stand like, really, dude? You just
Yeah. Come on,
like,
man.
come on, man.
Come on, man. We trying to go, man.
Oh, no,
Not
These
good.
kids are sorry. Our kids are sorry, man. Just let them go up and down, get them tired, man, so we can get out of here.
My daughter, first time playing the team, like they look good. They just running around, just happy to be out
just
there.
happy to be
and you out here calling 3 seconds.
They probably haven't even discussed
Took everything
that
you
in
give me, dude.
practice.
Like,
No, but then one of the refs after the game getting close, over. So the coach had no reason to call timeout. The ref was ready to go, obviously. And he said, are you fucking kidding me? And one of the little girls on the team heard me. When she told me after the game, she said, the referee just said a bad word. Oh, I'm looking for him. No, you're not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that.
Curse in front of the little
Curse the
baby?
kid. You're not gonna curse in front of the
Are
baby.
you fucking kidding me? Listen, I'm looking for him. He didn't beelined out the gym. I get to the door. I run out the slide looking for him like, man, where
Where you at?
And the real bad ref to call 3 seconds, he's over untying his shoes, just looking around. I'm like, yo, boy. I'm telling you, I'm not invested in. If I was invested, this high school if I was the way I was with the high school games, oh yeah, we would.
Yeah, man. High school refs to get on your nerves, man, because they take it personal.
Yeah.
Everything. Like I've seen referees get mad at the best player because he's the best player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like he's their kid.
Like
they live in their.
Like I'm sitting here like my son playing, right? And we're playing against my old school, right? And there's one dude you ain't trying to foul out, is the dude who's leading the city in scoring. He's calling offensive fouls on fast break spins. Dude reaching, he's sliding, my son spin, offensive. Wait, what? Back to back. It was
That's some hater shit.
It was like
That's
this.
some hater shit.
So it was offensive. And my son getting frustrated. I'm like, just don't even. It ain't even worth it. Like it's G house. Like this is what happens when you come here. But it was like, yo, Rev, why are you taking it personal? Like it's like they used to do that to me when I was in high school. Like it's like you calling travel for no like fast break travel, like offensive, like.
Yeah, that's weird. Some refs are
KJ didn't play modern day in Long Beach, and the ref dude called like 6 charges, dog.
Or you walk in, you see a certain ref.
You feel like you cheating your child.
Cheating your child, yeah.
I'm waiting at the step.
Cheating my child.
Wife wasn't pregnant, I was going to jail that day. Had she not been pregnant, I said, man, I should beat you up in there for cheating these kids, man.
Like that, and
I done took my jacket off in there. I done took the jacket off, waiting on him by the stairs. Listen, I should beat you up in there for cheating these kids, man. Yeah, I feel that way, yeah.
Like just go, like your job is to just go in there and just ref it.
Personal.
Like if a dude scored 70, let him score 70. Like
It has nothing
like
to
stop
do with
trying
you.
to figure out how to make the game even. Just ref the game, man.
And they call shit because they ain't never seen it or ain't never, like they dunk. Like, oh, yeah, it had to be illegal. Double dribble.
Yeah,
no, he never dribbled the ball. Somebody passed it to him. Like how you?
There was a play where, you know how you doing this, and then he stepped through. They stepped through and passed it. Travel. On what? Like it was. They gave us the ball, but like, wait, where's the travel at? He was like, he stepped through. That's illegal.
That's what you
I said
know.
this. I said this. Show me it. That's illegal. That's illegal. What do you? And then he had to.
Oh, they nuts, man. One ref told me before, like I made a comment before he could turn around. You need to learn the game. You turn around like, oh shit. Learn what game? This one?
Yeah, this one? I know a little bit. I know a little bit.
A little bit.
I know that wasn't a travel.
We will learn the game tonight as well with the start of the NBA season. It's been our show for today. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy as always. Make sure you download the app, use promo code GIL. You can still get that AD 0.5 higher or lower pick'em. You can also get a $500 deposit match. Appreciate you, Lexi. Appreciate you, Kenyon. Appreciate you, Gil.
Sandals on the first date, fellas.
No.
No cheesecake.
Okay, sandals or cheesecake? Pick one.
Double up.
Not doing both.
I'm sandal.
With socks.
Okay, you can wear sandals,
I'm
but
going
take me somewhere
sandals
nice.
to an expensive place. That's what I'm doing.
Good. Yes.
Yeah, I want you to be
that
like.
I will accept that.
I want you to look down like, yeah, what's this? Man, this is
Sandals at an expensive place, cool.
This is dinner.
I'd rather do that than be overdressed at
Take you to 7-Eleven, get you a hot dog and some nachos and a Slurpee.
And on that note, this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. We'll see y'all tomorrow.